kicking like
1,
Dolomite.
2, 3,
Last one
4,
got copyright. I'm kicking like
5
Dolomite.
just to be sure.
Hey, one time,
Last
you
one
ready?
got
Copyright.
Yeah.
Last one got
Oh.
copyright. Hey.
You know what time it is. Every time I rhyme, it's just a sign that I'm about to kill. Yeah, it's time for weapon wheel. We got the skill, we got the games, don't make me grab it still. I put a hole in one like Abby did to Joe. Yeah, when it comes to aiming, I don't miss like Master Chief. I grab the piece and give your ass to Halo just for talking sweet. When it comes to gaming, yeah, you know our team's elite. Check the leaderboards, we run the game, you should pick up your feet. You can't lose, I'm too smooth, just going to admit defeat. And ain't no capping around here, cause like Bond, I keep receipts. The most dangerous, better than these other guys. Try to come for us, what's like between your eyes like Jen Sakai. That's no lie, no prank. I grab the ratchet, no clank, and get my jiggy mask to show you how Jack Move got his name. Yeah.
Weapon wheel podcast.
Look. King of the castle like Cooper, captain of the ship. My name ain't Landry, but don't make me have to hit the switch. We'll dump you overboard, then watch the views. I ain't talking Twitch. Hey yo, Alex, go ahead. Talk to him real quick.
Oh, the Dolomite is my name, and thick enough motherfuckers is my game. Dolomite, you heard her.
Claim it, a strike to claim it.
Say yo, still putting wheels on the pavement. My game so tight, it's like Jordan 1 lazy. We stay in these gaming streets, ain't no way to be dormant. Ay, a Drake will leave your body uncharted like Lost Fortune. Coco Long thing was cute, ay, and yeah, it served its purpose. But I'm trying to give a detailed description of what a hearse is. I say we flip the switch on these again before it get bland. I see a lot of pods jacking the format like Dapper Dan. You hitting the dislike button? You still a fan? Talk slick in the comments and like Dutch, I got a plan. We don't do the sneak diss and that's the stuff that get you banned. Last time we told your was squad up, you turn telling right. It's like I play with the sliders up. You just got 30, again turn me, the time is up. Since 2015, we been kicking game knowledge up. Dust your boots and join the crew if you wild enough.
Developers.
Dolomite, you heard her.
40 clips, kicking like Dolomite. Hey, 40 clips. Aimed at your fit beam, shotty, so much ammo, it don't make sense. Trying to compete is a sacrifice, die again in your afterlife. I'm taking a road trip, anytime you wanna fight. Guns and body counts, that's all that I tend to like. Any other podcast, a copy or look alike. Hey, and what they say? Hey, what I say? Hey, I put them in the dirt, tussle get hurt, no face, no case, messed up like a jiggy merch shirt. Sliding in that vet, I'm gonna get back, time to pay that debt. It's time for weapon wheel.
Wonder.
What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. BG, Black Bond, Jack Move, Kids Move, Blandrew, Alex too. Damn man, that's a heavy crew. Other pods, they don't know what to do. They watching, they copy our every move. And they still fly like the Wii U. Jack Move voice, we saying, ew, hop off the roof. Long range, no scope, yeah, I'ma shoot. Wanna play games, no David Blaine, but I'll make a nigga go poof. Oh, this not a game. Gang talk, nigga, what you know about the slang? How about the range? All black master, don't step out your lane. Every week it's us on your screen. Every weekend we entertain. It's not a thing that gets in between me and my team, me and my gang. When I'm on the beat, you already know. Straight to the top, yeah, we about to blow. BG my dog, he told me let's go. Sit back, relax, it's time for the show. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. Weapon wheel, watch how I show you my weapon wheel. What weapon wheel? We keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon wheel? They watch our moves, they copying still.
We got the guns on deck, no firepower, but you know I came with a tech, yeah. Since 2015, been stepping on the scene, putting foots on necks, yeah. Set them up, super soaker, pump action, wet them up, shooting out the. Yeah, we catching up, we got them games, y'all are bark, drive by midnight after dark, gaming knowledge fortitude, top two and not the two. Weapon wheel, get the cash and grab the steel. Yeah, weapon wheel, out the window.
weapon well, we keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon well, they watch our moves, they copying still. What weapon well, we keeping it true, don't care about your feels. What weapon well, they watch our moves, they copying still. Weapon well, watch how I show you my weapon well. Weapon well, watch how I show you my weapon well. What weapon well, we keeping it true, we keeping it real. What weapon well, they watch our moves, they copying still.
Yo, mic check.
Check.
What up? What up? Another Sunday.
It feels weird that it's like nice and bright out.
Yeah. Another Sunday where we have to, dance and do all
Entertain these people that can't even hit the like button. That's what you meant to say.
Yeah. Dance and monkey around for the audience. My bad. I mean, entertain. Same thing.
Let me retweet this video real quick.
Viewers, how y'all doing out there? Great Sunday. Glad to be here on this podcast again with these great guys. Love them to death.
Yes, sir.
That's my new line about everything. Ask me about anybody, great guy. Love them to death.
Heard we lost a legend this week.
I'm still here.
No, I'm talking about one of the few good bald black men.
Yeah. Who are you, Jack?
Oh, yeah.
Lance Riddick. None other than Lance Riddick from The Wire. Plays Silence in Horizon. Plays one of the commanders in Destiny. Plays the I don't even know his official title in John Wick, but he's the guy. That he's like the manager at the assassin hotel or motel or whatever that that whole organization is. It's like the manager of it. And a bunch of other roles. 60 years old, still young. So rest in peace today. A workaholic, seems like. Rest in peace to him.
It's fucked up, bro. Bro, he was just tweeting like a couple of days ago. That's what's crazy. He
tweeted
looked
2
cool.
days ago,
He was chilling. Like, that shit fucked up, bro.
I still can't believe they got him to sign off on that Resident Evil show. That was beneath him.
Very much beneath him. Blandrew said he was joining us today, but you can't count on that black man for nothing, can you? He's just flaky.
Sound like most black men, don't it be?
You know what I've noticed lately? It really is. It's not just black people. It's Nintendo black people. You can't get Shokyo. You can't get Blandrew. Like, we have not been able to get like a black Nintendo fan consecutively on this podcast for 2 weeks in a row.
Whoa, Blandrew, you hear how he talking about you? That's crazy.
Shit, Bond.
Yeah, caught you red-handed, Bond. Look at Blandrew. I was in here defending you, dog. I can't believe
you a Nintendo black person. What the fuck? Hey, that's crazy.
You know he got that Smash Brothers haircut.
Just talking all this slander about our good reliable brother Blandrew. I would never say such a thing. I can't believe you.
Right on time too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
How you doing, Blandrew?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Smooth?
Can't complain. Can't complain, man.
He hasn't made a bet in 3 weeks. What's going on, Smooth?
Taxes.
I'm saving my money.
Yeah, I owe taxes this year.
We all owe taxes with Weapon Wheel because it's like not taxed when you get it.
I wish they would just tax up front.
I agree.
Damn YouTube. Oh, and by the way, I've been working on just getting our audio levels on this podcast consistent for a few weeks. I think I got it down pat because sometimes one of us be louder than the other. Sometimes I'll be loud or I'll be low. I think I got it right now. Audience, let me know. But it's a slow week. Kind of slow week. I mean, I got realistically, 5 solid topics? 5 of them things.
All old games too, BG?
Yeah, we don't have to watch The Last of Us tonight.
Nope. Listen, kind of glad that's over because I didn't like to stay up and then have to go to work on Monday.
That was 2 months, 9 weeks of being up real late.
Yep, I'm not built for it. Too old for that.
Yo, you know what my girl said about that final episode? I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it. She said that shit looked like a school shooting.
Wow.
Yo.
Oh, no, that's actually accurate when you think about it. I can't believe they really gave this nigga 50 Cent his own game of him like traveling through the Middle East with a do-rag and a vest. Is that? I can't believe they let this nigga 50 do anything.
Was it
blood on the
sand?
That shit fire.
They let this man do anything during that reign he had. That run he had was unstoppable. Come on, y'all really gave this man his own. Didn't they give him 2 games? Wasn't it 2?
Yeah, it was
The first one was Bulletproof and then Blood in the Sand. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, they still let this man do anything he wants, so nothing's changed.
Except for gain weight.
Yeah, I guess.
They shamed the hell out of him. You know, they quick to say, they quick to have body positivity until a man gets weight.
Mm. Okay.
The photoshops were unreal.
Yes, sir. Alex ain't here. Where's your boyfriend, Jack?
He's in the home base right now. If I can snitch a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what he's doing, bro.
Well, tell
He's
that.
not in there no more. I don't know where he went. He was just in there.
Well,
I don't know
tell that Octoroon to stay where he's at then. Don't bother coming.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what home base doing. You were playing Legend of Heroes, and all of a sudden home base got you playing some bullshit.
Hey man, it be like that sometimes, man. Shout out to home base, dag.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Yeah.
That must be not on the Weapon Wheel Discord. That must be on the Jiggy Discord.
Nah, they got their own joint.
Yeah.
Hey, BG.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, did you want to do a Jiggy Battle League review for Resident Evil 4 against me and Tony?
Ooh.
I know you backed out of it when it pertained to Elden Ring for whatever reason, but this is a game that you really like. It'll be one of your favorite games and my first time playing this game. It'll be an interesting little review battle. Throw some money in it, get the community involved.
I honestly,
we have battle leagues on game reviews now.
We were supposed to do one like almost a year ago around this time, but then
Did you even finish Elden Ring, Blandrew?
Nah, BG broke my spirits. I don't want to go out in that game with nothing on the line.
It shouldn't take a competition for you to want to beat that game, but
thanks.
But the answer is I'm not interested, good sir. I'm really not. I don't even know if I was gonna do a review for this game anyway. I'm not sure. I love the game, but if you noticed, I haven't felt like doing reviews in like 2 years. So
hold up. Smooth has beaten Elden. Oh, I mean, halfway beaten. Attic beat it, but still, Blandrew.
No, he did not. What the heck?
Blandrew and beat Elden Ring. That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's
he
just
dropped
that
it.
I didn't care enough to beat it. My main reason for even picking that game up was BG, and then he was like,
So then you didn't want to play it
I'm
then,
like, all
like
right.
BG said.
No, I'm good.
Well, all right, let's get it started. Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 357. Don't know why we got 8 niggas in here.
Okay.
Who are all these people?
Hey, it's a full party, man. Let's go. Let's get it.
See, Jack, you're so full of shit.
BG, speaking of that, BG, I did have 2 people that wanted to come through if you was going to talk about the new WWE game because they've been playing it.
I had no idea a WWE game even came out.
Come on, dog. What you doing? See, look, I be doing my due diligence out in these guest streets. I be lining up guests. BG don't even be needing them for real.
I didn't even see nothing on Twitter about a WWE game. Is it actually WWE or one of those?
Yeah.
It literally came out this week, brother, or last week.
Bro, I saw nothing about this. Not news,
WWE
not
2K.
tweets.
Come on, man. What we doing, BG?
I can't be the only one who saw nothing about this.
It's a big game. What you mean?
I knew it came out.
You're all waiting for the AEW game.
I didn't even see a review, like IGN or GameSpot or nothing.
Yeah, it has like John Cena on the cover again this time.
Bro, I swear to God.
You know what's crazy about this 2K game? This is what's crazy. The Fight Forever game was announced before this game, and Cody Rhodes made it into this game before even the AEW game, and he's going to be in the AEW game.
That's fire.
Okay. Weapon Wheel Podcast, episode 357. All right, we are on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, all them good audio streaming platforms. If you want to support the Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/Weapon Wheel Podcast, or you can hit the join button on YouTube, become a channel member. There's the After Dark. The Watch Party tier is now a question tier for the actual podcast. So I changed up a few tiers on Patreon. I added a trivia tier, a podcast question tier, meaning gaming podcast for this, not After Dark. The After Dark questions are still there. But nobody submitted any trivia questions. You know, if you got any trivia questions, you want to stump us, come up with something. You know, like 12 of y'all are already in that tier, but nobody submitted trivia questions. So I'm letting y'all know now. Y'all could do that if y'all want, and y'all could also submit gaming podcast questions, but it has to be related to something that happened in the week. So go look at the Patreon tiers and see what's changed up. And hit the like button.
There's one tier I want to talk about real quick. This tier is a free tier. I mean, I keep hearing stuff about, you know, I want to see Bond play some fuck shit like Metal Gear or Death Stranding or Kingdom Hearts. 1,000 likes, y'all get a free game stream. Y'all know this. That tier has not gone away. I'm just saying.
So hit the like button. If you want to submit a video to be featured during the podcast, there's a link in the description for you to just drag and drop your gameplay in there. And
hey, Bond, I got a question.
And
instead of a gameplay, can we get the story of what happened in Bangladesh with the Bangla dude? Can we get that instead for 1,000?
Yo, what the hell are you talking about?
And After Dark, he said we couldn't talk about it because it was too crazy. I wanted to hear about it.
And he banged a dude? What did you just say?
Well, Bangla dude. I mean, that's where my name came from.
All right, Bond, what we got going on here, good brother?
Save it for After Dark.
He's talking about.
Sound like you got some nefarious situation
y'all heard that smirk on his mouth?
This motherfucker. Yeah, he didn't even show up. He showed up halfway through the intro talking about Bangla dude.
You can still taste it, huh, Bond? Hey, move on.
Hey, yo. Save it for After Dark. All right, let's do these 8 intros, apparently.
Why do we have so many niggas up here?
Listen,
y'all act like we really got some intriguing conversation.
But that don't mean I want to elongate the podcast.
Man, let these people talk, man. They got opinions too, BG.
You so full of shit, Jack. I hate you.
Let them talk.
Let us talk, BG.
Whatever.
They can go on. What do you call it? What's the Xbox shit called?
AGS.
Oh, good game.
They go on Xbox Nation. They want to talk.
Anyway.
All
right. Keep it organized. Keep it concise. No running your mouth. We ain't trying to make it a 3-hour show if we don't got to. All right. Ain't that many topics. Alex?
Exactly.
Oh, I thought I missed the intros. What's good? What's good? Recently beat Uncharted 1 and going to beat Uncharted 3 tonight in After Dark. Yeah, I got some comments on that. We talk about it in After Dark.
Bond?
Go on, everybody.
Blandrew?
What's up, everybody?
Jack?
What's up, everybody?
Jazzy?
Welcome, everybody.
Hey, Bly. I hate niggas. Smooth?
What's up, everybody? It is the best spot. How you guys doing today?
All right. And Trey?
What's up, black folks?
Oh, hell no. Trey? Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about another Trey.
No.
That's where you
draw the line?
You thought that was a doctor, huh?
He had the doctor in here for a second.
All right. Where are we going to start? Blandrew, let's get it out the way. I don't mean it like that. Well, maybe I do.
Oh,
But,
yes, you do. I know exactly what you're about to say.
Maybe I do.
Shit.
Bayonetta Origins, something of Cereza. What's it called? What's the subtitle? Something of Cereza?
Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, and the Lost Demon.
And the Lost Demon.
Okay, Cereza and the Lost Demon. So Bayonetta
Did you
got
like my reviewer voice there, BG?
Oh, it was great. Love it to death. So this is tell us, this is obviously a Bayonetta IP, but it's a spinoff. It's not an action game like the main game. So tell us who made this and everything else about the game, because I don't even know who the developer is.
The developer is
Platinum
actually
Games.
Yeah, I'll let you lead it off, Jazzy.
Oh,
I see
God.
that you're a little bit further than me.
Yeah, because I'm already like 39% through the game, and really, this game is basically it came out like 2 days ago.
Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Continue.
just like a smaller Platinum Games game that's being developed that actually it's like a prequel of sorts of Bayonetta as an actual child, pretty much. But it's told like that's why the art style is different, because it's told like a storybook. Like the game starts at the title screen like an actual storybook with the title of the game. But really the gameplay is mainly focused on like Bayonetta herself as a child, and along with the Cheshire, the story tough cat that they had in the first game, and that made an appearance in the Bayonetta 3 as an infernal demon. But here, both Cheshire and Bayonetta, they're kind of tied together, kind of like similar to like Astral Chain in a way, but you actually have to control on like one side of each individual controller. Like Bayonetta, you control it to the left side, and Cheshire you control on the right side of the controller. But really, I'm really invested in this game so far because the story is actually pretty simple. Even though I know Platinum Games, that's not their forte per se, but so far I might really enjoy it because the story is pretty much like a coming of age for Bayonetta specifically. So that's why this game is rated T for teen. So she's not about to start dancing on poles like a stripper or anything like that in this game. But
oh man,
so far it's really good. Yeah, and I feel like this would be more so of a game that someone like Jack Move.
Yep,
would actually like.
exactly. I was about to say this is a game I could see Jack really getting into. You don't even have to like Bayonetta, but the way the story is told in this game, the way that you utilize the combat mechanic, like Jazzy was saying, the left side of the controller is for Bayonetta, and she prioritizes in like binding opponents and everything. This is a witch in training, so she doesn't have her guns. She's not able to summon all types of demons to do her bidding. She's just holding down the enemies, while Cheshire on the right side of the analog stick is able to, you know, just attack the enemies, parry moves, and you like do all different types of stuff as an attacker. But this game is also more of a puzzle or adventure type of game as well. This game has a labyrinth they call like Tir Na Nob or something, and it's essentially where you go through these little obstacle courses as Cheshire and Bayonetta, solving puzzles and just clearing the room and then freeing the forest and making more paths available for you to explore around. Very good.
Hey, BG, you might have been right. We don't need 8 people on the spot. Let me tell y'all something, right?
Here we go.
Blandrew and Jazzy, I fuck with y'all heavy, man. But don't y'all ever fix y'all mouths again to say
Jack,
that I would
I'm
like a
telling you.
Bayonetta game. Don't do that,
Look,
okay?
I normally don't even like care about story in Bayonetta games. I'm normally there just for like the spectacle of it all. But this is a very good like I won't even say childhood, but just a very good like story driven book. Even the way like Bayonetta and Cheshire interact with each other just has me interested through it all. It kind of reminds me of like season 1 Ash and Pikachu, how they hate each other but they come together for a common goal because Bayonetta summoned a demon that was able to possess her doll. Now the demon wants to go back to the infernal world, or hell essentially, but is trapped in her world, so they're trying to work together. Bayonetta's trying to find her mom that's been in prison because she married somebody that was of light or something, and I guess that's forbidden. And then Cheshire has to more or less stay with Bayonetta, but she can't harm Bayonetta or something like that throughout their whole journey. So it's kind of like they're always butting heads, but there's also that moment of softness where they kind of do care for each other at the same time. It's a very sweet game, Jack. I would check it out.
Is it charming?
Yeah.
Oozing
charm.
Yeah, is it oozing charm?
Each and every corner, this game is just impressing me with how much mechanics they're adding.
Yeah, because even in this game, they have it to where the main plot of the game is pretty much they have to go find like 4 elemental cores, and pretty much I already got like 2 of them down, and it's really surprised how versatile they actually work in the gameplay mechanics in the game. Because Chester, he's able to like absorb like the only 1 or 2 I got is like wood and stone, and pretty much wood is pretty much where he throws out like a vine, kind of like a Bulbasaur type of thing. No, the wood ability that he has, he's able to use vines like a Bulbasaur from Pokemon.
Able to change elementals on a whim.
Yeah, because
and
it's
your
on
job
the
is to go find the 4 elementals, and he currently has Earth and I think like Forest or something like that.
Yeah, and the Earth one, he's able to actually block actual laser projectiles too, and he's actually hits a lot heavier with his attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to use their elements also and figure out like puzzles and stuff like that too with the environment.
Yeah, it's just a very nice laid back experience because like this game doesn't even reward like have what do you call it, like a grading system or anything like that. It's just clearing the enemies, doing some puzzles, listening to a story, and just keeping it moving. Everything is really well done here.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's
and
awesome.
it's a new game, BG. How about that?
Oh wow!
There you go.
New
There
game.
you
A
go.
game that BG won't play, but yes, it is a new game.
I'm not the one
man.
complaining about if new games are out there though. But thanks for mentioning that. I ain't the one complaining.
I'm just saying because I know a lot of people in this comment say they already hate it because I know a lot of people in the comments are like a bunch of Sony mans right there, so they already about to hate this game for whatever reason for their own biases. But I'm really being dead serious that this is actually a legitimate game.
Yeah, I like this. This was a game like when they showed it at the Game Awards. I was kind of just like, I don't know what they're thinking with this. But once I got my hands on it, I saw the vision, and I think they did a really good job at delivering it.
Okay.
Well, plus they're already talking about making this a series too.
Oh, brother, I was hoping Bayonetta was gonna be over with, but I guess not.
No, they said they want to make like 9 more games, and I'm all for it.
So that'll
9 more.
That'll take them what, 20 years?
What the fuck?
Pack it up, bro.
Oh, because this game is like more of a smaller scale budgeted game compared to the mainline Bayonetta games anyway. Because people are literally saying this game looks like an indie game, and that's what it is. But artistically and how it plays, I like it for what it is.
I do got a question about Bayonetta. I got a question. How do y'all feel about the rather abysmal sales of Bayonetta 3? What do you think went wrong with that? It
sold $1 million, Jack.
Yeah, it did over $1 million. What are you talking about?
Oh, $1 million is impressive. Okay.
For Bayonetta,
No, it really is. People have this weird position. Like it's not. People project Bayonetta like it's bigger than it actually is, but no, it's actually obscure. So the fact that Nintendo funded this game and now it's actually successful now, it's really a legitimate place to where it's like it's not the 14 million seller or anything like that, but it's sold well enough to warrant an actual sequel and get funding for this game. That's why this game is even exists in the first place, because Nintendo funded it, and plus they're successful enough to do shit like this. Unlike most Sony games that flop.
All right. Well, $1 million is impressive for this game. All right. What you was gonna say, Blander?
No, I just said all right.
Before you even continue,
but Jack,
we're supposed to be hyping up Nintendo games. Why are we talking about Sony?
But Jack, I know you hate Platinum Games because Kamiya made fun of you as he should. But
he's a piece of shit. Go ahead.
But I truly think that if you had a Switch, this would be the one Platinum Games title that you enjoy.
That's interesting.
Like
Yeah,
normally, I
genuinely
wouldn't
believe it.
recommend like these high octane, frantic hack and slashers to you because I know that's just not your bag unless it's got a Sony sticker on it like God of War. But for what it is, I think you would really like Bayonetta Origins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take y'all word for it, man. I'm probably never gonna play this game, but I do like the way the passion y'all got for this game. I think y'all did a good job of selling it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Salute to y'all boys, man. Absolutely.
I appreciate that breakdown of the game. I will say, there's like way more likeliness of me actually trying out this game than ever buying another Bayonetta main line game. I'll say that. I would never touch that mainline dog shit though.
Mainline's fire, especially 3. Oh my goodness, that was top 3 games last year.
Okay. All right. So next thing is the audience in the comments section last week was lighting Bond and Jack's ass up. Okay. Because they want to know. They said every time they've been coming in every show lately, it's y'all ain't been playing no current games. Every time we bring up a current game, Jack and Bond, but it's mainly Bond. They coming for you. They say you ain't been able to contribute about no current game because you ain't playing. You ain't playing nothing current.
Which one of y'all have been playing Rise of Rasahog?
I've been playing Wolong. I've been playing Final Fantasy.
What is that? Exactly. Y'all haven't been on that new MechWarrior 5 DLC?
Nobody is playing MechWarrior 5.
Let me see.
Just keep it a bean.
Oh, let me see. I played God of War Ragnarok, which is a new game.
They're talking about this year, though. They're talking about this year, sir.
Oh, this year. Like Dead Space, it just came out, that game?
Hold on.
That came out in January.
Jack, what has
We're in
come out
March.
this year that hasn't been like an old-ass game?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I played a new... I played
Wolong, Wild Hearts, Fire Emblem, Hogwarts, Bayonetta Origins.
I have Fire Emblem, sir.
Okay, what about everything else?
I have no interest in those games. I'm sorry.
Do you have Harry Potter?
Yeah, I do.
Did you beat it?
No, because I'm playing Wolong. I have 5 bosses left. I'm playing a new game.
Hi-Fi Rush Chat. I played Hi-Fi Rush Chat. I'm sorry.
This is crazy.
Wait, BG, you got Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah.
I
told
think
you I
you
was
were
gonna buy it.
I didn't think you were a transphobe.
Oh man. Well, never
Is
said
that
I
what we are?
wasn't. Never said I wasn't either. Huh? What? Never mind.
I'm gonna be real with the chat. I'm gonna be real with the chat though, man. Listen, if I ain't interested in the game, I'm not playing it, bro. I don't know what to tell y'all.
But
we literally just had to listen to BG say, "I will drop a game within 2 hours if I don't like it, and I'm not wasting money or time on bad games." We literally had a conversation about how these broke ass pirates have no life because even if they don't value a game enough to pay for it, they'll waste their time to play it. But these people expect me to waste our time and our money to play games we're not interested in, Jack. How that work?
Hey man, hey, it's crazy, man. You
How that
hate to
work?
see it.
And
You hate to see it.
But you know what? You know how you could get me and Jack to waste our time to play games we're not interested in? Hit that like button 1,000 times.
Oh man.
It's that easy, right? Right, Jack? It's that easy.
Chat. I tried
1,000
to.
likes, and y'all get to pick what we play. So if y'all want us to play these games that, we're not interested in, if that's your argument, how come we don't play dog shit that you're interested in? Like I said, I'd be happy to play Kingdom Farts, Metal Gear, Death Stranding, all these crappy games that I would never touch. But y'all gotta hit that like button 1,000 times. Jack,
you always used to get on me.
Am I asking for a lot?
You always used to get on me when it pertained to each and every single Nintendo release, but it's like every game that comes out, you kind of just and you got Smooth in your corner too. He can just be like, "Hey, just buy this for me. I'll check it out and talk about it on the podcast."
But you know what's funny? But I'd be buying these Nintendo games, but they only get mad when I don't buy these Sony games, Andrew. What's going on with that?
None of these are Sony games, though.
With Sony dudes.
But none of these are Sony games that they're talking about. They're just talking about
Me and
multiplats.
Jazzy just beat River City Girls Co-op the other week.
When did that game come out?
December.
The end of this month, so it's reasonable to people to play it this year.
I mean,
come to 2023, sir.
I was playing other games that came out late last year, like Callisto Protocol, and then I played Rivers.
You know what's even funnier? We were not able to have a spoiler episode
on God of War.
What I call a completion episode of God of War, because these fuck niggas in the chat kept saying they hadn't finished it yet.
That's true.
Then so we never ended up getting to do it because we had already finished it, and they took so long to finish it. So now there's no point in even talking about it.
Chat. They copping, please. I'm on their ass for y'all. I'm holding them accountable.
We're not.
Jack, how many weeks were we like, yo, I want to do a God of War spoiler?
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all can't talk about it. We haven't beaten it yet.
I think they mad we didn't play Forspoken. I think that's really what it is. They mad.
No,
they mad we didn't get Forspoken. Dog.
They mad you haven't played anything else besides Dead Space. Damn near.
That's a new game according to y'all, right?
I know.
That came out in January.
What was I supposed to do? Play Dead Space?
2 months ago. Yeah, hold on. So what's a new game?
What was the other copy of Dead Space called?
Callisto.
Yeah, Callisto.
I played and platinum both of them games.
You know what's funny? These people talk about new games, but they fucking jerking off over Persona 4 and Persona 3 being remade for like the third and fourth time.
I've beaten Callisto Protocol and Dead Space 5 times.
They dance
I played
in chat.
through both of those games. Yeah, exactly.
They dance in chat. It's okay though.
Okay, chat. Let's hear about this. How many of y'all have beaten Trail Zero? How many of y'all are about to beat Trails Azure?
You see how they chat? Y'all see how they try to flip it on y'all? Like this ain't about the chat. It's about y'all.
I'm just saying. Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero came out.
We ain't even gotta do that. When some compelling games come out, BG, we'll be on them, bro.
Oh man.
Top 10 JRPG of all time. Where the chat at?
Okay.
Y'all dick riders getting ready to play Final Fantasy Social Reject, one character, no party, 16.
Oh man.
One character, no party, 16. Yeah, that's gonna be a good nickname for that game. Social Reject 16.
Whole lot of deflection and excuses, right, chat? Y'all see it.
I've beaten 4 games this year, sir.
The deflection is this: that this is a weirdo. This person is playing an FPS left-handed.
How many games you got beat this year, BG?
2.
I have 4 games beaten this year.
Okay. That came out last year. We don't care about those.
Yeah. The funny thing is,
they don't count. Okay, cool.
The funny thing is
I got 8 games.
The games the chat are complaining about is the games they want to play. Tell them to play like Mega Man Battle Network when it comes out, or Legend of Heroes. They ain't playing that shit.
They just want to hear some opinions from y'all. They listen. The chat is just tired of hearing, "Oh, I ain't play that." No, they want to hear some opinions.
Well, when a compelling game come out that's worth an opinion, I will be sure to share it.
Okay, let's add Trails from Zero.
That's why we have illustrious guests on the podcast every week that have played these games.
Yeah.
See, I do my due diligence, like I said, man. I got people lined up to talk about every game that's coming out. If I ain't played it, I got a homie that played.
Jack, did you just slap your thigh? What was that?
That was my hand. That was my hand. If I slap my thigh, you're here.
This nigga clapped his thighs when he made a point.
And you know what?
I stood up. I'm my bad.
Almighty Juvie24 has a good point in the Discord. Trails of Zero, it is a decade-old game, but that ain't stopped the rest of y'all niggas from playing old-ass games. Yep. This shit crazy.
Well, chat, like I said, I brought it up because y'all wanted me to, so I guess we can move on now. Y'all heard their defense. There we have it.
We was talking about City Skylines 2. Did y'all niggas play City Skylines 1?
Bro,
no.
you come up with nigga, that's like saying, did you eat your prune juice? Like, nigga, don't nobody want to play them games.
Okay, hold on.
Do you know how many copies City Skylines sold?
Oh my god.
Oh no. Let me hear. How many did it sell, Alex?
Let me guess, Bond. About 2 million. About 2 million.
It sold 2 million in like 2 months. What the fuck you talking about?
Oh, I was actually right. Okay, cool.
No. It sold 2 million its first 2 months.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, ain't nobody worried about City Skylines.
No, it sold 12 million copies. Yet y'all talking about Returnal that can't even sell one. That's my point. A game sells 12 million, critically acclaimed, and y'all like, who plays that? Meanwhile, y'all niggas are hyping up Forspoken. Shut up.
Are you gonna play? Are you gonna play Skylines in VR?
Spent $100 million to make black women look bad.
You gonna play Skylines in VR?
No.
Why not?
Why would I play VR? But back to what I said.
They spent
$100 million to make black women look bad.
We can move on.
Yeah. But you talking about you talking about who likes City Skylines.
Facts, nigga. I don't know anybody in real life I've met that plays City Skylines.
I don't know anybody in real life who's played Returnal or even knows what Forspoken is.
You're talking to him, buddy.
Chat, y'all see this? Somehow we arrived at we asked them to play some games, and somehow we arrived at black women.
That is crazy.
Fire.
Have you played City Skyline VR?
You want me to play it for you so you can actually have
hold on. The VR god or the self-proclaimed VR god hasn't played City Skylines.
You know what's
VR?
crazy? If I don't play City Skylines on a flat screen, why would I play it in VR? But do you want me to play it in VR so I can actually have an opinion about it? Or you want to just talk about sales?
Jack, didn't he just try to convince me that VR enhances the experience?
He did say that.
So that if you didn't want to play on a 2D plane, wouldn't the VR plane enhance the experience?
Hey, I got a question. If I hate cabbage and I put it on a pretty plate, do I still hate cabbage, nigga? I would play it on a regular screen
right now.
And you know what?
Cooking.
And you know
what?
What is
it cooking?
Jack, you know what? If I don't like original games, why would I want to play remade, remastered, remakes of old ass games?
Oh my god! Hey, Bond,
here.
Take a heat check, by.
I literally told him I don't play Skylines, and then he says, "Well, I play VR."
If I didn't like that shit 10 years ago, why am I supposed to like it now, Jack? Because there's nothing else to play.
Yo, Jack,
like Steph Curry.
Jack, are your knees okay? You need like a pillow to put them down.
This motherfucker, god damn! Hey,
Bond didn't like the game 10 years ago, but he's not playing a new old game 10 years later.
Jack is on his back right now, flipping his feet like a walrus, sitting here happy for Bond going crazy.
This
man, Jack's throat hurt. I know his throat hurt, dog. God damn.
This shit crazy.
Anyway, y'all ready to move on?
Hey, BG, do your back hurt from Bond just blowing it out?
Oh yeah, he wasn't arguing with me. He wasn't arguing with me, sir.
He just prolapsed your anus.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You mad? You mad?
He just prolapsed your anus, nigga.
Yeah, okay. You freak ass.
This shit is crazy.
Yeah. You see. You don't play no games. Somehow we talk about anuses now. This is the problem.
And I'll be honest with you. Just like the Dead Space remake, I don't have any interest in the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh man. Here we go. Can we move on?
Sticking to his guns.
I think Bond played it 18 years ago.
I own the GameCube version. I beat that shit like 20 fucking times.
They're gonna be mad, you Bond.
All right.
And let me guess. That game's $70 too.
I think it's 60. I think it's 60. Yeah,
that's respectable
at least. I mean, I did get the Metroid Prime remaster, but you know that you can for $35. That's acceptable.
Okay. All right. Next topic. You know, people hate accountability around here. Let's see what we got.
You're telling me, right, Jack?
Hey.
All
Y'all
right.
last day, man. That's all I know, man.
All right. So, all right. Let's talk about this PS5 Pro. So there's a rumor coming from Tom Henderson, Inside Gaming, that the PS5 Pro is in development and rumored to be coming out the end of 2024. And some people, the reception for this has been mixed. I don't understand why. I don't get what people are really upset about. I don't like the reasoning I've been hearing why people are upset. Like I don't get it. I think if you're mad, you're a mouth breather. Like it's
All right, let me ask you this, BG. Why?
What do you mean? Well, of course people will be mad. Why are they coming
why
out
would they
with
be
a new
mad?
one?
It's an option. They always
people
have.
have been getting stabbed and going through hell just to get a PlayStation 5. For
So
no, it's not even that. It's more so the games run fine on the thing. It's not like the PS4 where it was running at 30, sometimes lower than 30, but most games seem to run at 60. And
but this is for enthusiasts though. It's not for the people who don't care. This is for enthusiasts.
Now, Bond's gonna have to own people again because Jack, these niggas just can't Again, my biggest problem with the community, niggas don't have any standards, accountability, or consistency. We've been hearing nothing about this generation about the Xbox is having issues because they have to program for 2 different SKUs of consoles.
Because they have a weaker console, not because there's 2 different SKUs. They have a much weaker one.
Guess what's gonna happen with this? There's gonna be a weaker console.
Yeah, that's the base PS5, which is still better than the S. That's not the same, Bond. That's not the same.
It's still gonna be weaker.
Hey,
That's not the
BG,
same.
Can you tell us? Do they have any? This is all speculation, right? Rumors. Do they say what's going to be on the PS5 Pro? What's going to be?
No,
different?
there's no spec details yet or anything like that.
This
I think I'm waiting for somebody to tell me what the issue is. I there's always, whether it's been a slim or a refresh since the PS1, there's always been some type of form factor change or refresh.
A refresh isn't a whole new console.
What? But what's the problem? I'm trying to figure it out.
And most of the games you're getting now are cross generation anyway. So
that's what I'm
like.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. If the PS5 doesn't exist, how does that change? How does that fact change the PS5 existing or not? Like, what does the PS5 affect that? How?
You know, it's funny. If the PS5 didn't exist, we would still have the exact same games we have now.
Facts, exactly.
Literally nothing would be different. Like
all the PS5 is the PS4 Pro. Now you want a PS4 Pro.
This is the problem.
I'm trying to figure out an issue.
I'm finna give you the problem, BG. If you come out with a PS5 Pro, the PS5 will be the first worthless console in the history of gaming.
How?
There was nothing exclusive of worth of note on this console.
That's opinion, and that still does not create a problem for the PS5 Pro's existence. If you feel that way, okay, no, listen, Jack. If you feel that way, right? How does the PS5 Pro create a problem with that? I'm still trying to figure it out.
This is what I'm telling you.
How it creates a problem. Why? First of all, we're doing hardware saturation of the market. That's dangerous. First of all. Second of all, why are we're still making cross-generation PS4 games? Why do we need a new console?
Okay, if the PS5 Pro did not exist, how does that change it? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That doesn't change whether a PS5 Pro exists or not.
This is what I'm saying. I spent $540 on this console at launch. Other people have had to wait. Other people have had to wait 3 years to spend that same $540, and nothing they've released has. Bro, the PS5 has not been worth it so far.
Okay, so once again,
the best games have been available on PS4 or PC.
Okay, now the PS5 Pro will be an option. So what is the problem? If you think the PS5 hasn't been worth it yet, what do you do? Just don't buy the PS5 Pro. How is it a problem?
Bro,
do y'all see how dangerous this is to the market to introduce?
No, I don't. I'm still trying to figure out. Y'all still haven't stated an issue.
Let me finish. To introduce a $500 console, then a $500 peripheral, and then they're gonna release another $500 plus console.
They did this last generation. This was last generation. I don't see the problem.
Last generation was. Go ahead.
Imagine you had a kid, right? and you bought your kid all these fucking designer baby sneakers, right? You spending thousands of dollars, and by the time they get old enough, they foot not even that fucking size. So you got to rebuy them all new shit, bro. It's like
that's GPUs, that's phones, that's technology.
No.
That's why. How's it different? How's it different?
No. Because when you upgrade your phone to GPU, it has some functionality. The PS5 has not had any exclusive functionality up until this point. If you're telling me I spent
there have been
$540,
PS5 exclusives.
If you're telling me I bought this console simply to play Returnal and Ratchet and Clank or Rift Apart, I got a problem with that, brother. I got a problem.
Why?
You know what?
Why?
If they're going to keep releasing consoles like this, just make it modular like a PC. Give me full control of it.
Hey Jack, did you buy
I still don't hold on. I still don't see the issue because here's the thing, right? If you feel added
value.
What value?
There were actual games only on PS4 that made the games run better. There are not games that are only on PS5 that they're going to make run better. Returnal already runs exceptionally well,
and the resolution is at 1080p.
But listen,
the only thing I can imagine is that
listen. Multiplayer game, and they want to give us a new console.
This is the problem. Y'all are not understanding what I'm saying. $540 Returnal. There is an exceptional. PS4 Pro will never run Returnal better than it runs on a PC right now.
Okay.
So you're making me shell out another $500 to $600 on something I didn't even get the initial returns on.
Jack, that's a personal problem. Jack, that's a personal problem.
But okay, so I won't buy it. Cool.
Okay, so what is the problem? You just said that's the solution. Just don't buy it. What's the issue?
The original question was, why is it a problem to me? And I just told you why is it a problem to me.
That's a personal issue. I'm trying to figure out what is wrong with the PS5 Pro's existence. Y'all have not said what's wrong. Like
No. You asked why it was a problem to me, and I told you why it's a problem to me.
All right, that's to you. Okay.
I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out an overall objective bad thing about the PS5 Pro existing. I still haven't heard it.
Did y'all just not hear me when I said, I listed why it's a bad reason?
Why was that?
Market saturation.
I'm flabbergasted. Do y'all niggas have ears?
You saying about putting too much hardware?
I'm pretty much sure I detailed why it would be a bad reason. Did I?
Market saturation
too much on the.
Repeat what I said. I want to hear if y'all.
You had like a substitute teacher. Hey, BG.
No. Hold on, Abs. I need y'all to repeat what I said. The three reasons I gave, I listed.
Nigga, I just heard market saturation, and I think that's bullshit.
God. Why am I even here, Jack? Niggas want to talk to hear themselves speak, but they don't want to listen.
You ain't saying nothing, Bond. I'm gonna be real.
This is crazy.
Hey, on top of that, BG,
go ahead.
It's more than just features you can put on a bullet point list. Jack is talking about how none of the games themselves feel as though, okay, I can only get this on PS5. So of course people feel like it's premature if they feel like we haven't even seen games develop to where you couldn't get this last generation.
Exactly. That's my whole point. No game has been developed only for the PS5 with the PS5 in mind. Every game, you can't even say Returnal. Returnal could run on a fucking PS4. If you don't think that, you're fucking retarded. I'm sorry.
If this is a rumor,
that's irrelevant.
I
just think that's irrelevant.
If they haven't given details, the only way I can imagine is that when you choose resolution over frame rate, the only way I can imagine is a PS5 Pro makes it to where you don't have to choose. It just
This is my problem, though. This is my problem. I already feel slighted for how my Returnal looked and how a PC game Returnal looked. I'm gonna buy a brand new system and still get. When I see them comparisons, I'm gonna be even more angry. Like, damn, it still don't even look comparable.
But Jack, shouldn't you always be angry then? Because PlayStation, PC games always are gonna look better. What's the difference?
But the PC, bro, them games wasn't on PC originally. That's the point.
Bro, I do not get this.
How do you not see how laughable? Okay, look.
I see no issue at all. I don't get it.
If I was a Sony fan, I would be livid on this, right? This is laughable. First of all, they can't keep the thing in stock. And now when the thing comes in stock, they say they want a new console. These niggas can't even create any multiplayer games, but they want to give you a new console. They've been spending the latter part of a year fighting Microsoft in fucking court over some Activision Blizzard Call of Duty shit. But they want to give you a new console.
What does one have to do with the other? I don't get it.
My point is, where are their priorities lying in gaming right now?
The hardware people are making hardware. The developers are developing software. I don't know what one got to do with the other.
And guess what the developers develop on BG hardware?
Yeah, but they have nothing to do with that. They have nothing to do with the control of what they're designing. One has nothing to do with the other as far as control goes.
Yes,
like
your hardware
Right,
has
BG
plenty to do with
BG, let me make it easy for you, right? Would it make more sense for there to be a Switch Pro or a PS5 Pro?
Thank you.
A Switch Pro, because it's the Switch Pro.
Why?
The Switch is definitely more less powered. Obviously, it's very underpowered.
Ceiling is higher for the Nintendo Switch as
But
well.
how many games are currently struggling to run on the PS5?
Several. There's several already. Hogwarts is we're already seeing Hogwarts. I booted up the There's been a few games I booted up on PlayStation, and I'm like, this doesn't look good. Even Digital Foundry has shown you some games on PlayStation and Xbox that aren't running the greatest already. I'm sorry. I'm the guy. Hold on.
You misunderstood what Blandry said. He said how many are struggling to run well, and you said how the games look.
Like
how
when
do the games
the
run?
PS4 Pro was coming out, we were getting games like Final Fantasy 15 that was screaming on the base PS4 and stuff. So it made a lot more sense for there to be a PS4 Pro with more.
But it's
I guess
an
you could
option.
say more demanding games coming
How are
down the
these
line.
games running, BG?
But most of them are not necessarily locked 60, but they're close. Like above 50. Some struggle like drop into the mid 40s. That's what the most of them are doing.
So we talk about a new console because a few games are struggling, and most games run at between 50 and 60.
But hold on, this is coming out 2 years from now. So that's the other thing I don't understand the arguments for. So we literally have this.
24. That's next holiday.
Yeah, so we have this entire year. You could run into a bunch of games that start to struggle, and then you have the entirety of next year. People are talking about this situation like it's coming out tomorrow. It's coming out in 2 years.
Can I ask this question one more time for BG since
it's
being
optional.
about this? BG, okay, cool. I don't have a problem with it, by the way. But what game is only on PS5 that like am I talking to a fucking wall?
Jack, let me tell you. That doesn't matter to me. That's irrelevant to me if a PS5 Pro should exist or not. Because to me,
But that's the problem. This is my question about BG though. If you got a PC, why do you care?
What do you mean? Because there are exclusives though. And there are some games. But listen, there are also some games that are not good to buy on PC occasionally, like Souls Souls games like Wolong. People told you it was trash. They run trash on PC for whatever reason. So you want that console option just in case some games don't run good on PC. So there you have it.
But you want them to come to PC.
You walk right into a trap, Jack. I'm gonna tell you why, right?
Oh God.
BG gonna have you expect me to believe, right? That the PC waiting race, the group of gamers that will wait a year for Grand Theft Auto 6 and all these other games to come to PC, that the PC waiting race would rather go out and spend on a $600 console rather than just wait for the game to come to PC.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying PC gamers. No, I'm not saying PC gamers are going to go out and buy a PS5 Pro for a game that doesn't run well. I'm talking about people who have both, because there is an intersection of people who have both, like me and a bunch of other people in this Discord that have both. And sometimes when the games run bad on PC, what do? They go buy it on PS5 or an Xbox. That's not uncommon. What are we talking about?
But yes, we're going to buy a whole new console for that. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not talking about, look, what I'm saying, to me, I don't buy pro consoles or mid-gen refreshes I simply buy it, to me, for any game that ran, let's say, 50 frames. If it ran like 50 frames per second, right? Not a lock 60. If the PS5 Pro could get that to a lock 60 or to a higher resolution, even if it was running well already, it's worth it to me. I don't care. It's worth it to me.
I'm looking at this video in the Irrelevant Files where you made a video way back saying, why do people even game on PC?
Bond, you're talking about like 15 years ago. You're talking about like 15 years ago. And
15 years ago, I was right.
Okay, sure. And to Jack's point, I've never looked at right refreshes are for like exclusives. They're like warranted when exclusives can't run right or whatever Jack said. To me, if to me, and I've said this the same thing about GPUs. Listen, if I could get 10 more frames and I feel like buying it, I'm gonna buy it. I don't like that's all it is to me. It's for better resolution and better frames. It doesn't matter if to me it doesn't matter if the game runs well already. If it can run better, I'm buying it. I don't care. What's the problem? It's optional.
Hold on. Let me tell you why this is an issue for me. Okay. So you spent the past 3 years telling me PS4 development does not hurt games. It doesn't weaken the games. The ports will be fine. You know, the PS5 is great. So
I didn't say
now,
that. I didn't say just to make that clear. I didn't say
I'm talking about the industry, brother. So Sony spent 3 years telling me that the PS5 is not get by cross-generation ports, right? But when you're trying to wane away and stop cross-generational ports, now you're telling me I need a stronger console.
They're not telling you nothing.
That's literally what they're telling me.
No, they're telling you here. They're telling you here is an option.
Yeah.
Buy it or don't.
No. You're recommending. They're gonna recommend you get the Pro. So it was okay to have a standard PS5 when all the games were glorified PS4 ports. But when you're trying to actually make a next generation experience, you're gonna recommend I get that PS5 Pro.
Or you're gonna make incentives to get it as well.
Jack, they're always gonna recommend you buy new hardware. You don't have to. So what? So what?
The point is, BG, this is the first console generation where I never felt like I was truly playing that console. I have never felt like, wow, I'm playing a PS5 right now. This is amazing. I have never had that fucking feeling in 3 years, bro. It shouldn't be like that, bro.
Like I said, this is nothing more than an option. So I failed to see any problem. It's coming out in 2 years, rumored. It's an option. It's for enthusiasts. People who care about
enthusiasts, brother.
The issue
Jack, you play on resolution mode on your games, and you've said that. So you don't really care about performance and graphics all that much. No, you don't.
On a $1,000 TV, you don't think I would like to have both? They told me I was gonna have both.
Yeah.
Jack, I don't really think you care about every little frame rate and resolution. No, I don't think that. I don't think this is for you. I don't. It's not for you.
Because Miles Morales on PS5.
I don't want to say the chat. Everybody in the chat that's disagreeing with me, you're fucking retarded, and I hope you die in your sleep tonight. Y'all niggas are retarded. Y'all the reason America's in this situation. You niggas are fucking retarded. I hope every single one of you niggas dies in your sleep tonight.
Wow.
You niggas are fucking stupid, okay?
You know what this PS5 Pro feel like? Y'all remember when LeBron told 2 Chainz to make a deluxe album with 2 extra songs on it? He thought he invented it. That's what this PS5 Pro feel like. It literally feel like they said, all right, get the PS5. We're going to let them choose since they want the industry want to go back to frame rate. They don't care about the 4K this and all that. Let them choose what they want. And now the PS5 Pro is going to be what we should have gotten to begin with. Because we still get games, prime example, Control. You didn't play a real good version of Control into the PS5 when you could actually see the frame rate. Remember that? You pause the menu and the whole game freeze up. Like that's the issue. Yeah. That's the issue.
I've been hearing people.
We're still getting experiences of the cross.
When did y'all console fanboys start becoming graphics and performance snobs?
Huh?
When PlayStation started hyping up SSDs and ray tracing, all this other shit.
What is snob about me wanting my game not to go to 0 frames per second when I press the pause?
No. I'm just talking in general, not for just Control.
But that's what I'm saying. There was a bunch of games that were peaking to where it was like we can't even have a good stable game, whether it's frame rate or with the graphics or with the jag.
Y'all niggas used to tell me a smooth 30. I'm not trying to hear that shit now.
And the thing is, like, I don't get people talking about like, people are like, some people are saying they would be upset because they just bought a PS5. I'm like, if you were happy with whether you were unhappy or happy with your PS5, I don't understand why a PS5 Pro existing should make you unhappy or happy. If you were happy with that console and you felt like it was doing providing the services and the performance you wanted, a PS5 Pro shouldn't change that. You should still be happy. What's the difference?
We just had a conversation last week about booty boxes, DLC, microtransactions, and they talk about console 2 weeks.
This is my issue with this topic, though. I haven't seen nobody like. What are you even talking about, BG? Like,
yeah, I've seen people say that.
People wanted a PS4 Pro because the standard PS4s are struggling on 4K. You needed something more to run on 4K. What do you need more now for? Ray tracing?
No, to be
higher resolution.
To be able to not have to choose between resolution and frame rate.
The
exactly.
PS5 Pro is literally it's rumored to target ray tracing performance.
Repeat yourself, Smooth.
It's rumored to improve ray tracing performance. It's going to target. The marketing is going to be ray tracing.
Exactly.
because look, that's another thing. To me, as long as you modes exist where you got to choose between performance and resolution, yeah, I think a pro on every console will be needed.
What?
Yeah.
So
if you got to choose between,
hey, release a whole. You just want to say the solution is not to give the player options, but to just go ahead and give a whole new console.
That is an option. What do you mean?
Or the
console is an option.
Or just do it to begin with.
In-game options don't cost money. A new console does.
What
if
I'm saying,
I'm spending money on the games.
What I'm saying is, as long as I'm not saying take away the options. I'm saying provide me with a console where I don't need the option. That's what I'm saying. So if you could,
let me ask you, always going to be options.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think
you think everything is going to run at 120 frames, ray tracing, 4K. Pretty soon it'll be 8K. Then when it gets to 8K, what do you want? A PS5 Pro?
Clear. Listen, give me the option so I can get the higher frame rate and the higher resolution.
Let me ask you a question.
Do you option? It's called a PC.
Do you think
I got that too?
Do you think the PS5 Pro will actually alleviate these options and they won't be there still?
No, they'll still be there because they're not gonna. But they'll still run at a higher resolution and a higher frame rate, or with better ray tracing. So you know what? That's worth it to me. You could just, like I said,
you don't like ray tracing.
I'll do the same thing I did last time and every other generation. I sell my regular PlayStation, get like maybe $300 from it. I pay the difference. No big deal. It's worth it.
BG, you say you don't like ray tracing.
I don't, but it'll still improve performance. Or resolution. It won't only be ray tracing. It won't only be ray tracing.
New console for like 20 more P's of resolution.
Like yo, I bought the S22 when I knew the S23 was coming out. You think, oh man, I'm upset because they released an S23? No, I was happy with what I got. If you were happy with the PS5, that's not going to change.
That's a phone.
Galaxy.
But the thing is, the reason why I have an issue hearing about like a PS5 Pro or next mid-gen Xbox is that a lot of these tech shit that they said was in these consoles have not been utilized yet. We haven't even seen these consoles' potential yet. So
thank you.
Okay, let me ask you something. Let me ask y'all something. To that point. Okay, it hasn't been used yet. Y'all say, right? Okay, so. You would rather them not release a PS5 Pro and then we get to the end of the generation and then that's when we really need one and then we don't got it? No, that's what y'all want.
Hold on. Well, yes, because the end of the generation, you just release a new console.
BG's making an argument that nobody's providing. We're saying what Smooth just said. We have yet to see, and he worded it better than me. We have yet. The potential of the PS5 is still untapped because they haven't even attempted to, bro. They just now saying we finna see the full potential with Horizon because the DLC is not on PS4. Okay. There is an issue with that. That's the whole point, bro.
Okay, my question is, how is the release of the PS5 changing that in any way?
Nobody. First of all, nobody's arguing that. Nobody gives a fuck, to be honest. Nobody. If they don't want it, nobody's gonna buy it. The point is. Bro, they haven't made a I don't understand how many times I gotta say this. They haven't made a true PS5 game yet, and we're still waiting. 3 years in. This is ridiculous.
Like I said, I don't get y'all point at all.
Likes to buy the same shit over and over.
What game? Let me ask you a question, BG. You got all the questions. Let me ask you a question. What game have you played on PS5 that was a true PS5 experience?
I don't know, because I don't really care about that stuff. I don't judge games by. I've always told you I don't judge games that way. I've always said that.
So you don't care enough to judge if it's a PS5 experience, but you do care enough that you get an improved experience. That's literally what I'm talking about. The PS5 experience, BG, the PS5 experience that I'm talking about is the same experience that you claim to want with a PS5 Pro that I'm not getting right now.
I'm talking about performance and resolution. Y'all talk about like this arbitrary thing that y'all describe as like
literally what we're talking about, bro.
No. When y'all say like next gen or PS5 experience, y'all talking about a game that y'all feel like really feels like feels like some PS5 game. I don't know what that means.
Look, when the PS4 Pro came out, it was needed because the PS3 was running games horribly at the point. The PS5 is not running games horribly. Yeah, you might have to choose between resolution and frame rate.
Hey, Jack.
But it works. Like, the shit just works. I don't tell you.
Jack, quick question. When the PS4 Pro came out, I never bought the PS4 Pro. What did it actually do for y'all? It did 4K?
Frame rate and resolution.
Yeah, it did 4K. Yeah.
Are you listening? I literally just told you that like 3 minutes ago.
So would y'all say that Red Dead Redemption 2 and Last of Us 2 are the peak performance that a PS4 would ever achieve, right?
I would say Horizon Zero Dawn. That's
Okay,
one of
stuff
them.
like that.
Yeah.
So PS4 Pro came out in 2016. We didn't get them games till 2018, 2020. That was like 4 years removed, right?
Well, old games got PS4 Pro patches too. They did.
But keep in mind, I never bought the PS4 Pro. I was playing The Last of Us 2, Red Dead 2 on the first PS4. We haven't seen any games like that for the PS5. That's the issue for the people that own the PS5. Is like, bro, that's annoying that y'all.
So is the issue the timing for y'all? Like, if this came out like later on, other than 2024,
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. I'm just giving narrative. It's not an issue that they have. We know they've been doing this, like you said, since the PS2 Slim. We know that they're going to do one every generation. The issue is that the games we're getting, they haven't put both feet in the pool yet. We're still getting PS4 leftovers.
Exactly.
We're still trying. We're still trying to cater to the last generation. So the fact that they're saying let's go steam ahead on doing a new PS5 Pro, it's like, well, hold on, bro. Can we get a PS5 from the ground up game first? Not a game
we're still getting that was games and talking about
I still don't.
Not a game that was scrapped and
I still don't get the
that was
point.
scrapped and reworked to just go on the PS5. Like,
you get the point?
I still don't get the point because once again, it's coming out in 2 years, and once again, would you rather them not have it and then like in 2027 we don't have one when we really need it?
BG, you keep arguing stuff that nobody has argued. You're making an argument that's not being presented. I don't understand what you're saying.
All right, man.
We're not saying that. We keep saying, this is what we keep saying. We want a PS5 tailored experience. And then you say, why don't you want the PS5 Pro? Nobody said that. Nobody said the point that you're trying to ask right now.
So,
no one has said this. Can we address the question? When are we going to get a PS5 tailored experience? That's the point we're trying to ask.
On top of that, BG, I don't want to speak for Jack, but for me at least, I only play on console. The issue for a Sony only gamer is that I feel like their priority is out of whack. Now, of course, they got the games as a service coming, but if you telling me if I'm playing the game, and now of course I like VR, so I'm satisfied right now. But if you're telling me, oh, by the way, we got another console coming, bro, what games we gonna play on it? You feel me? So it's not that we mad about the hardware, it's the fact that you feel like, nigga, what are y'all doing in there? Who is making the decisions on what is at the forefront for the game and division? Because this is crazy.
Now let me ask you a question, Alex. You have the PSVR 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you heard right now they're working on a new one that's come out in a year and a half, 2 years, what would you say?
Oh, I'd be upset, yeah. Because if it's so short, if it's literally a year or two away, you could have just kept it and released it with the whatever advancements you made in 2 years.
Yeah, but why they bother you? Why they bother you though? Why they bother you that everybody get options? This is an option. Why bother you? Like, come on, bro.
That's literally not even the same. You're talking about a whole new PSVR device or an upgrade?
Now, of course, just like the PS4 Pro, you would just have to say, is that worth the upgrade? For me, I didn't care about 4K with the PS4 Pro. I was like, it's still not no next gen console, so I don't care. You know, so it's semantics.
They're running into dangerous territory with these. If they're doing all these consistent multi SKUs console upgrades, like this is not what console gaming has been about.
Have you noticed, bro? We've been talking about console peripherals, and we ain't been talking about no
games.
Y'all haven't been talking about no games. Y'all haven't.
Jack, you're botting.
Jack done sat on it. Jack, you sat on your
ain't
modem.
announced no fucking games, nigga.
I'm talking about games from everybody.
Show me some gameplay footage of Spider-Man 2 right now, and I kill myself.
I've said games from everybody. You said games.
No, show me some footage of Wolverine or Spider-Man 2 right now, and I kill myself, nigga. Wait, no, it don't exist.
Check your DM. Check your DM.
You don't even have to go that far. Just this Horizon DLC, it comes out in a month, and we haven't seen anything.
It's
DLC. Crazy, Jack? We haven't
What's
even
up?
seen any of this shit from Xbox, like Starfield or nothing. They told we need new machines.
This shit is crazy, bro.
We can move on. Like I said, I think y'all complaining about nothing. That's how I see it.
Before we move on, I want Smooth and a Nintendo and Xbox guys' take on this.
I already told you. I think it's the only people in this situation that I could understand it would be Nintendo, because out the gate we were getting games with problems like Breath of the Wild, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and things of that such. But we're still playing more or less 90% of the games are PS4 and Xbox One games on the PS5. So I don't know why we need 2 generations of PS5s to play games that could run on 2013 hardware.
Because there are people who want the latest and greatest, and if they want it, what's the problem with providing it?
That's the
hold on,
but that's the PC experience. That's not the console.
And
not the console way.
And since last generation, these PC dudes, since they've introduced certain things to them, what have they wanted? That. So why not provide it? What?
Bro, you realize that PlayStation 5 has just begun regularly becoming in stock? The only next gen or new type of console I do want to see is from something from Nintendo at this point. Like, I don't think we're really in a position to say it. And this has been we're probably experiencing. How long is Sony supporting the PS4? Isn't it until 2025 or some shit like that?
Oh god,
they have to do like 10 years at least 10 years.
Yeah,
hey, we in for the long haul. How long did it take to cut off the PS2 from the PS3?
Oh, wow. Well, no. You talking about as far as games? They didn't really have that many cross-gen games that I know of.
Yeah, they tend to just move on like once they drop new hardware.
Yeah.
Look, it's
anyways.
I just really see no issue. I mean, the PS3 had the PS3 Slim and Slim. I know it's not the same as a refresh. That's not my point. But it had
the PS3 Fat was like a ticking time bomb. They had to release the PS3 Slim.
This one of the issues too, BG. This one of the issues too. The fact that the PlayStation Store is geared to where when you buy something, it says, "Well, which one do you want? The PS4 or the PS5?" That's the issue we talking about. We like, nigga, I'm on a PS5. Why would I download a PS4 version of this game? You see what I'm saying? Like, we still got these tendrils of last generation. We clinging on to them. You feel me?
I just think all of what y'all talking about is irrelevant to the PS5
same
Pro
way,
existing.
The same way that they just ditched PSVR 1. If you go on a PS Store, you wouldn't even know that PSVR 1 existed. You got to go search for them games. That's what they need to do to the PS4.
And them the games they should have carried over. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part.
Right, and that's a whole nother topic. Literally, the 90% of the VR catalog isn't even on the store at the front page. It's just VR 2.
I'm willing to bet out of the 120 PlayStation 4 Pros, I think it's around 120, right? PlayStations that were sold. Only like maybe 15 million, if that, were even pros.
It was one out of every five.
Okay, so it's once again, most people won't buy it. It's always been and always will be for the enthusiast, and the rest of you who don't want it or don't like it or don't think it should exist, whatever the case is, can ignore it. And the other stuff y'all brought up, the PS5 Pro existing doesn't affect any of that. If they're not taking advantage of the hardware now on the PS5, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they release the PS5 Pro or they don't, that doesn't affect it. That's just a decision they need to make. That has nothing to do with the PS5 Pro existing or not.
You know what'll be funny? You think they'll change
money infinite, BG?
No.
So then why are we allocating all this R&D in a new console? It isn't even
because people will buy it. Because people will buy it, and they've shown they're going to buy it.
Instead of allocating it to games.
Because I'm pretty sure there's funding that go into two different things, software and hardware. And the people who are making the hardware, the people who are making the software are making the software, and the hardware will sell because history shows that.
But you just said that money's not infinite. So if they spend money on this, it's money that's not being spent elsewhere.
Nigga, money can be printed, can be destroyed and made tomorrow. That's not even.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure these corporations, they already have money allocated to certain areas, and based on how good PlayStation is doing, Nintendo's doing, I don't think they necessarily have a shortage in either department. At least we have no sign of that.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure that Square Enix had 100 million plus allocated to Forsaken. I could be wrong though.
That's Square. I don't know what that has to do with PlayStation.
It's just money.
That's Square. I don't know what that has to do with PlayStation.
Print it, Jack.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I mean, y'all niggas seem to forget that it was just money 2 generations ago when niggas were selling off buildings. But now you want to talk about, there are different divisions and this and that.
Yeah, and people are buying it. You would have a point, Bond, if people weren't buying this stuff. They're buying it. So they're making the money. They're making the money back from their investment.
I don't understand how you're going to make your money back from investment if you're not releasing any games.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
You hear this,
like,
Jack?
I mean,
Wolong
let's
dropped
be serious.
5 frames. Now
Why
that's
is Nintendo
$600.
making the most money?
Yeah.
Nintendo's making shitloads of money not by releasing hardware. They're
Pl-
making money by
PlayStation,
releasing games.
PlayStation in the first 3 years has released more exclusives than any other previous generation, but they're not releasing games. Let's move on. What are y'all talking about? Yes, we don't know this year what they're doing, but in the last 3 since the PS5 has released, they have released more exclusives than ever before. Stop. What are y'all talking about? That's a fact. You can go back and check.
I need everybody to be silent right now. You're saying right now that the PS5 has released more exclusives in the first 2 years than any other Sony console.
In the first 2 years. Yes.
Okay.
Are you talking first party?
First party, yes.
Hold up. I need you right now. How much are you willing to bet on this? Because I already have these flowcharts and graphs from old GameSpot posts.
Man, I'm not betting nothing.
Do it,
I said what I said.
Do it, BG. Stop being scared.
I'm not betting nothing. I said what I said.
Are you willing to bet right now?
I'm not betting nothing. I said what I said. They've released more first-party games in the first 2-3 years than any other generation.
Because you already know how I know you're bullshitting. Because Sony released more first-party games on the PS2 than Nintendo did. On the Game Boy and the GameCube combined.
Sure, Bon.
Oh, I'm being serious. There was a time when PlayStation was making games like Mark of Cree and a whole bunch of other games that you'll probably forgot. That were good games at that.
Okay. I said what I said.
Hard 8 card too. If it's on more than one platform.
I said what I said, and I stand on it.
Also a good point. Also a good point. Are these exclusives or are these multiplats?
First party games. First party games. So you can debate that later and prove the numbers to me if I'm wrong later. I'm 99.9% I'm right. So I don't know. Like I said, that to me that argument doesn't hold weight to me. We can move on.
What did PS2 launch in 99 or 2000?
I think it was like 99 Japan, 2000 here in the States.
So
good topic.
So that's how people feel. When the PS5 Pro comes out, if it comes out, because it's still a rumor, I'll buy it day one because I'll just sell my PS5 and split the difference. No big deal to me.
Awesome, brother. Awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
You ready, BJ?
For what? Am I waiting for something?
I need the exact date this shit. Well, give me the exact date that PlayStation 2 launched.
I ain't doing your research for you.
I'm
ready to move on. I'm ready to move on. You could do that later.
No, I'm about to. Okay, October 2000. Okay, so we'll just take everything in 2000, right? We're talking about Sony developed or published games.
First party created games. First party created games.
So we're not talking about anything second party or anything partnered.
Oh, Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that counts, but
I mean, because Sony was.
I said first.
Sony was fucking publishing games like Barbie Sports.
Yeah, I'm not talking about nothing published. I'm not talking about nothing published. Just talking about first party games. That's all. That's all I said.
All right, so are you ready?
Go ahead.
So we got Colony Wars, right? Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn. You had Crash Bash. You had, let's see, go down. Oh my God, there's so many games. You had MLB 2001. We had Medieval 2. We had a Jet Moto game. They had all their 989 Studio Sport games, which accounts for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the first year of place, in all in the year of 2000.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Jack.
So, like, just based on sport games alone, we had Siphon Filter 2, Spyro Year of the Dragon.
BG just emailed me and said to read the super chats.
No, I did not.
This shit is crazy. Go ahead, read the super chats.
No. Okay, let's move on to another topic. Diablo 4 beta came out. Bond, you played that?
I don't support companies that
God.
sexually
Here we go.
harass women.
Here we go.
And I don't support. You know what? I don't support companies that sexually harass women. I don't support companies that do bad business practices. But it's funny as hell, the PC community that wants to criticize all the console people for bad business practices are the first person to open up their assholes to Activision Blizzard.
Whoa.
It's fucking irony. Sony is the devil. All these companies are Hitler. But yet, literally, Activision Blizzard out here graping and sexually harassing women, making deals in China, and they opening up their assholes day one for a beta.
Why every time I ask Bond if something was played, he gets to talk about anuses? What's going on?
And I'm 100% talking about those people like Alex too.
What?
Damn, Alex, what you talking about?
No, not you, Alex. Other Alex.
Oh, you mean the one with the navy green
Oh,
shirt?
yeah, I am sick and tired of this guy being the whole civil rights activist for video games. And the second Activision Blizzard comes out with something, they fucking it's all cool. We do it. Whatever. This shit is crazy.
Diablo 4. This is a live service game as a service game, right?
And also, BG, I couldn't get in because the fucking wait time was fucking 4 hours to get in.
I did hear that. Trey, you got to play. What do you think about Diablo 4 beta, and I guess compared to Diablo 3, because I know you played that also, and maybe some other ones.
How long did it take you to get in first?
I got in day one, easy.
What?
That means you can actually get into the servers.
Yeah, I was in day one.
You didn't have to wait no long to get in?
Nah, I came in I think the server had reset, and as soon as it reset, I was in.
Tell us about the game. What are your thoughts?
That boy Treeski.
What's happening? All right, so the improvements from Diablo 3, first of all, they went back to a darker tone. So you get the Diablo 2 stuff again. The first two cutscenes, and this was sold me because normally Diablo stories, you just hit escape key, skip all the dialogue and shit. The first two cutscenes of this game is so brutal, bro, that I am intrigued with this story. That bitch Lilith? Yeah, Lilith is her name. She's the truth, bro. I'm pretty sure y'all not gonna play it, so y'all don't care about spoilers. But
no, I'll eventually play it.
Okay.
You said it was like Diablo 2. How? I played Diablo 2 for 2 nights, and I did not like that. What was similar about it?
All right, so Diablo 3 toned down everything, gore, brutality, everything.
Yeah, it was
Diablo 2 was that shit when it came to that. It was brutal as hell. So they went back to the darkness, pretty much.
If you didn't like Diablo 2, I don't understand why you'd even play this kind of game at all.
So what else did you like about
it? I mean, like the whole genre of games. Like Diablo 2 is like the pinnacle of the genre.
You know what? I think it's just one of those games that translates better with mouse and keyboard. On a PlayStation, I was not having that much.
I don't know why you played on that.
You know what? I'm gonna get into that too. So I'm a PC gamer, right?
Oh, okay.
I've actually been playing this game with a controller. I'm not even gonna cap to you. The controller is actually pretty fine. I have no issues at all. I did use mouse and keyboard control because I'm trying to get the gist of everything so I can actually make a good review. Everything works fine the way you expect it to. They took a lot of things from Diablo 3 consoles versions and put them into here, which is all right. Now there is some issues, however. First thing is oh yeah, Bond, by the way, you can play right now with no wait time at all. I've been playing this whole time.
All right.
But the issues that I have with this game personally is that there's no camera zoom. So the camera is just steady in one spot. You can't zoom in, you can't zoom out, nothing like that. There's no matchmaking for dungeons and strongholds. And there's no transparent map overlay. So if you're inside a dungeon and you're just trying to walk around and stuff, usually you can have a map on your screen that's just transparent. That shows the whole dungeon. You can't do that at all.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a major one for ARPG.
Yeah. BG, have you played?
I have not.
Why not?
I've never played it. I've never really been into Diablo, and I'm playing other games right now like Wolong, Theatra Rhythm.
But it's the games as a service game, right? I thought you.
Yeah, Mr. Play everything new.
No. I've been playing several new games that came out this year, sir. So continue, Trey. They trying to get me, but they can't. I've been playing new games.
craziness, Jack.
They trying to. They trying to.
They trying real hard. I could state you 3 new games I played this year.
Which one of those games is more important than Diablo 4?
Rabbits.
That's a personal decision, sir.
For him being a PlayStation guy, probably Hogwarts. To be honest,
he ain't played that.
Oh, game he didn't play that.
I have it. I'm playing Wolong. Yeah, you know, Wolong takes about 30 hours. I beat about 15 bosses. Jack, you played that? No? Okay, never mind. Go ahead, Trey.
Light work.
Oh man, you got me. You got me.
One of the best features to this game, though, is that they actually added MMO elements. So there's actually world bosses, world events.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you out in the wilderness, you actually see other players. Now it might be a little stagnant. You might see like 5, 6 people, but there are actually other people in the world with you. When you go back to the hub worlds, that's when you see everybody, and it does get a little laggy inside the hub worlds because there's a lot going on.
What?
I'm hoping that by lunch, everything will be situated, everything will be fine. But right now, that's the issues that I'm having. The skill tree
Pro.
Oh, this guy. I mean, I got a 3080 and a LGC too. I mean, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna get a 4090, but you know, light work.
Talk to that boy.
You heard?
The skill tree you were saying?
Yeah, skill tree.
The Brooklyn skill tree.
God.
Call back. So the skill tree is an improvement from Diablo's 2. It's not as straightforward as it was in Diablo 2, so you're not really locked into things. There's a lot of customization. You could do rollbacks. Right now, with me being level 20 on my barbarian character, a rollback will cost me 350 gold. So not really a lot of punishment there. A lot of things, however, are locked out from this beta. Like there's no PvP, which is a new thing to Diablo. There's actually PvP. There's mounts. You can't ride any mounts right now. And I'm pretty sure that 2 classes are locked, the Druid and the Necromancer. But next week during the open beta, they'll be unlocked for everybody to play.
When's the release date of this game again?
It's in July.
Months, right? Yeah, it's probably definitely a day one game. I mean,
I had a question as
Diablo.
well.
Diablo, Diablo's pretty much a can't miss game.
Fam, was Diablo 3 the one where the whole store in-game like trading system, barter system was trash?
Yep.
Well, how did they fix that, or you not? That's not in the beta yet.
It's not here yet.
Oh, okay. Are you worried about it? Like,
Yeah, we should all be worried about it.
We should be. I'm hoping that, you know, with the open beta, we get a lot more things.
So far, would you say like regular Diablo fans, they should feel impressed or feel like this is a step forward for the franchise?
So for the baseline, yeah, I would say you have really nothing to worry about. However, if some of the social aspects don't like get up to par, such as like the lagging inside the hub worlds and stuff, you might be in trouble, especially with this being a $70 title.
Oh my god, that's
You didn't buy no games.
Mine's not playing it.
Smooth. I mean, BG, I don't have to buy games. Smooth buys them for me.
Oh man.
Hey, Smooth, you buying this or buying?
I mean, I got 3 games he owes me right now.
Is that true?
Oh no. I think you paid it on the Patreon. Never mind. You good.
So far, Trey, you're very happy with this product so far. So with Diablo beta,
I'm happy with it. Yeah.
Okay.
The real thing about nobody's ever going to question the quality of a Diablo game. The problem is we're all waiting to see what kind of systems of fuckery they're going to try to get us with.
That's pretty much it. They said the battle passes are all cosmetic, but you know how Blizzard is.
Facts.
Now, how do you feel about cosmetics and booty boxes in Blizzard games, Bon?
I don't like them.
But you're still gonna play it and support the game.
I mean, it depends on what they are.
Okay.
I mean, the last game just had an egregious storefront that I just said, fuck it, I'm going to beat the game and be done with it. I don't need to have the best shit. But, like we were talking about last time, the last Diablo game, that shit that came out to get everything, what did the one whale get, Jack? Like 40 grand or 250 grand or some shit?
No, it was like 6 figures, I think.
Yeah, it was.
So we're about to see multiple things get put to the test here. One, can Blizzard make a game that can, not do a bunch of fuck shit? And 2, is BG going to be right or wrong about developers putting in fuck shit?
Like I've said, most of that stuff has been cosmetics for a long time, and that's probably what it's going to be.
Yeah, as long as they cosmetics, I
And
have no issue
also,
with it.
BG, Diablo has always been a huge multiplayer game, and you're not gonna be getting this. You've never played a Diablo game?
No, sir.
They got horny. You gotta at least try it. I mean, I tried to try it on console, BG. You gotta try it at least once. See if you like it.
I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But
You just don't like dungeon crawlers or what?
it's just never really appealed to me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe I
And
could
you
possibly get into it. But
don't
one thing,
have many options in multiplayer right now, so you kind of gotta play it.
no, I don't. Just because something
go to
is.
Rogues.
How long y'all gonna run with this shit because something is multiplayer that I'm supposed to like it?
If a game is new,
Diablo.
we supposed to play it, right?
Thank you, Jack.
Listen. There's a lot of different new shit.
I'm listening.
There's a lot of different new stuff that I ain't playing.
There's a lot
I'm
of
just
different
saying.
multiplayer games you're not giving a chance.
And none of the type of stuff I've been
And a lot of
into.
new games you ain't playing either, BG.
No, there's
Did you
not.
just hear him?
There's not.
Hold up, Jack. Did you just hear him?
Yeah, man, this is
There's
crazy.
not.
They're none of the stuff I'm into. So
Yeah.
how come he gets a pass on not having to play games that he's not into, but we have to play games we're
Because
not into?
y'all were the first ones to create. I didn't create this rule. Y'all did.
Oh my God!
BG is fucking insane, everybody.
This is
Y'all
like-
created this rule. Y'all created the rule, and y'all ain't standing by it. That's
What
the
rule?
issue.
What rule?
Yup. Because I said I don't think there's anything wrong with games as a service. Y'all turned it into I'm supposed to play every games as a service no matter what the genre is.
No,
Y'all
we're
made
not.
that
was
rule.
waiting for you to play
That's
one.
not what we're talking
See you on
about.
Twisted Metal, BG. See you on Twisted Metal, brother.
not
I have
what he was
played.
talking about
I have
right
played. I have played.
He was literally
more than
saying
one
that
playthrough.
you don't have to play games you don't want to play, but then you asking us why we have to play games we don't want to play. That was the
Listen, man,
point.
I was just asking what the audience from last week asked, man. I was just I'm a
Like,
speaker
this
on
is
behalf of the
crazy.
people. I give the people a voice. That's all I was doing.
Like we gotta
Nigga,
play
it's a little
shit
dirt.
we don't want to play, but he don't have to play shit. And the audience is upset that we don't want to play shit that we don't want to play. But you know what they don't want to do, Jack? They don't want to hit the 1,000
man.
like button.
The audience isn't coming at me because
It's like a double standard going on around this.
No,
place.
the audience
you
ain't.
think?
The audience
Yeah,
isn't coming
man.
at me because generally from a week to week basis when games come out, I've kind of
You know-
had something
you know
to
what
say
audience
about
not
them.
coming at you, BG. It's because you got Sony dick in your fucking
Oh
gullet
yeah,
right now,
yeah, I
brother.
know,
That's
I
why.
know, I know.
That shit hitting your fucking esophagus.
Yeah,
man.
I
Let it
know.
go.
You
Let it
see what
go.
happens when you play games, you get shamed for it.
Go.
Just because I come in
BG,
here week
just
to week and I've been playing a few games here and there, they mad at me. You see?
Pull the cock out your mouth, brother.
I know,
Jesus.
I know,
Give me some air,
I
man.
know.
And also, Jack, for the audience that's complaining we're not playing these games, okay, hit the 1,000 likes. Then you'll have a real complaint.
Remember those?
There you go.
There was
There you
once upon a time they tried to create that narrative. Oh, Jack is more open minded when it comes to game. He has a broader horizon. That's cap. That was big
He
cap.
is-
I just like good games,
Stop,
man.
stop. You're not gonna get away with that slander right there. There's a difference between being open-minded about games and playing games like River City Ransom and a bunch of other games that Jack plays that are niche games,
Mhm.
and then playing dog shit games
Mhm.
that you don't
Mhm.
like. Like if I choose to play 10 different games that nobody's ever heard about of varying genres and styles, that's completely different than me saying I don't want to play dog shit games or games that don't interest me. That's a false equivalency on the highest order. BG.
Y'all
Stop
created
that.
the rule. Like I said, I didn't create this rule. Y'all did.
You just interpreted the rule a completely different way.
Because ever since 2 months ago, like I said, y'all wanted me to play every games as a service game out because I don't think there's anything wrong with them existing.
You're the one that's had the laundromat closed for shit. You said the laundromat didn't even open when COVID stopped. The shit was closed down before COVID.
Trey, good sir, we thank you for your insight. We thank you
Hold
for
on,
your
let me
insight
say
into
something.
Diablo, Trey.
Real
Here we
quick,
go.
people want to know what kind of games I play. It's very easy to look up everybody. Jack Move Johnny on PSN. Jack Move Johnny on Steam. Just type that in. Y'all can see what type of games I play, what type of games I like. Let me.
You just told them to die. Now you want them to look up your PSN, sir?
They're asking me a question. I'm giving them my answer. I have. Let me see how many. I'm trying to check it out right now. I have 9,369 trophies. I have 168 platinum trophies. So
cool story.
Hey,
Go outside,
You
nigga.
want to know what the
Check it
most
out.
damning? You know what the most damning thing is right now? When did Dragon Ball Fighter Z come out?
Oh,
2019,
2018, the same year as
No,
Monster Hunter
nigga,
World.
Oh, for a half a decade, this nigga BG been talking about mopping people in multiplayer, and he ain't played nothing.
Mm-hmm. Bond, don't you have like one of the least? Don't you have like the least games beat every year out of us? Never mind.
Man, but I have the longest games beat. Those Legend of Heroes and those RPG games take 100+ hours.
Pause.
I mean, you want to put if you want to put a time counter to games, we can do that if you want.
Oh man.
I mean, but hold on, Jack. Aren't these the same guys that get on Smooth for beating Snoopy's Grand Adventure in 10 minutes?
That's
but
true.
now it's
That's true.
but now it's a problem that I take 120, 150, 200 hours to beat one game.
Yeah,
This is what I'm talking about. Where's the consistency in these arguments here?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Don't exist. They don't exist, Bond.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, the laundromat's been closed for half a decade. You were supposed to be Negro Ash Ketchum. I remember you calling yourself that. Negro Ash Ketchum never got off the plantation. He never even picked up a starter. There's been 4 Pokemon games since you said that you were gonna mob people online in Pokemon. You didn't play none of them. Dragon
What are you
Ball
talking about?
Fighter Z.
I beat Pokemon from last year, and I battled a few people, sir.
He means with the community or something
Thank you.
online.
Thank
I did.
Yeah,
No,
well,
I
not
did.
player.
I did.
Context, BG,
I
context.
literally did.
You said you played a few games?
If you're talking about online battles, I did a few of those, and I have played people in the community.
Oh my God! So you played?
Proud of you, BG.
Motherfucker said he was about to take over the whole game. Then he played a few games.
There weren't. Listen, I tried to battle a few people who had it. I mean, some people were down, some people weren't.
You know what? I took over the Street Fighter V community, Jack. I played a couple games. Yeah, called it a day.
I want to know what I want to know what you and Jack doing for a nightcap. What you y'all pouring out the red wine and y'all what y'all doing?
I'm just enjoying the podcast.
No,
vibes, bro. That's it.
You gonna put on some nice lingerie for Bond, Jack? What's going on?
I'm enjoying the good vibes of the podcast.
Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less, man. We might eat some strawberries. We might eat some strawberries though.
Yeah, feed each other some strawberries. That's what's going on. Okay.
Strawberries are delicious.
Jack, give me your best giggle.
Go on the balcony. All right.
I mean, maybe I should just get a VR and jump around like a jackass, BG.
Hey, man.
Is that what you think I do?
At least I was playing a game.
That's a call.
There you
go. Man. Love these fellas. Love them to death. Great guys.
Facts.
Since we're on that, Exoprimal, Capcom dinosaur killing game. Trey, you've also played. Has anybody else in the podcast played? It's an open beta. You could.
It's a games as a service game too. Did you play it, BG?
No, I asked you. Did you play it?
I actually did because I knew I couldn't come to this podcast expecting you to play, so I took it upon myself.
Yeah, because I'm playing Wolong and other new games that came out this year. So I typically like to play one game at a time because that's the type of person I am anyway.
Oh, what's up, Jack? How come he gets to play one game at a time and we don't?
Hey, babe, you hate to see
it.
We just want equality, BG. That's it.
And got a serious case of some white privilege going on here.
And I also know I'm not interested in shooting no dinosaurs unless it's Dino Crisis. So I'm sorry.
But it's a new IP, BG.
Listen, those are your rules.
Multiplayer game too.
Those are your rules. Those are your rules.
Jack,
it's
those
not.
were his rules, not
no,
mine.
Man.
He said new games and new IPs, correct?
No.
He did.
Anyway, Blandrew, would you like to speak on Exoprimal?
I would. Exoprimal, it's I didn't like it. The game, it starts you off where you're customizing your character. The character doesn't say a word whatsoever. The black customizations weren't too good, but you're going to be armored up the whole time, so it is what it is. And essentially, the whole game is you go into an arena with like 4 other teammates, and it's a team versus team game. Whoever kills the most dinosaurs wins. And like they're dropping dinosaurs from multiple kinds out of a purple bubble in the sky. A sea of dinosaurs fall out, and you and your team just kill them. Run to the next spot. Another set of dinosaurs will fall out from the orb, and you just keep killing them until the end of the round is over. That's literally what the game feels like. It's like a shooter Dynasty Warriors team-based game.
Or
it's like an Unga Bunga shooter.
Yeah,
it's horde mode with dinosaurs.
Yeah, it reminds me of something like
competitive.
Earth Defense Force with dinosaurs, pretty much.
It's not that.
You also want to know the most damning thing you've ever said, BG? Here's another good one, Jack. Because I'm on fire today, Jack, with all these contradictions and hypocrisy.
If you on fire, it's because Jack gave you something. But proceed.
Didn't this nigga BG? Didn't this nigga? Is BG the nigga that said this, Jack? Hear me out, because I got a good memory. That like, if I wanted to send all y'all to jail, y'all would be doing 50 years each. That's how good my memory is. Is this the same nigga that said, I don't need to play a game to know that I like it because I've been gaming that long?
That do sound like something BG would say.
That's exactly what I've been playing games long enough to know what a good game is, what a good game isn't, without me having to play.
Oh wow.
We're too old to have to try out every game to know if it's good.
Uh-oh.
And like
can you confirm or deny that, BG?
I would like Blandrew and Trey to talk about the game. That's what I would like.
No, it's like the game starts out so cool when you're in like tutorial mode. It gives you these multiple classes to play. You could play as like a samurai, a healer type, an assault rifle class, and all that. But then you get like they have these cool cinematic scenes and everything. You're hoping there's going to be like a cool story to follow with it. Maybe there was like some type of dino outbreak, and then you're this new recruit taking them down. But it just throws you into an online area, and you're just shooting off hordes of dinosaurs until whoever kills the most at the end wins.
All right, so it's not that at all. That's
it is.
bullshit.
It's exactly
So,
that.
anyways, right? Exoprimal. It's a hero shooter. You have your DPS, your tanks, and your support characters. You start off first round. It's a series of mini games. Whoever kill the most raptors is usually the first one. After that, they spawn out a big ass triceratops. That's usually about a 4-minute fight if you're decent. After that, and mind you, the whole time this is happening, you can see the other team's holograms doing like the same trials you are. Whoever gets past that first goes to the second round. Now the second round is when shit gets real. All right, so you have different type of game modes in there. You have push the payload for my Overwatch people. You have collect the orbs. Now this collect the orbs, right? At different sections of the map, these orbs will drop, and whatever team picks them up gets to keep them. The difference between round 1 and round 2 is that you're both inside the same instances. So niggas in round 2, they can actually PvP. So say for example, we pushing a payload, we're about 50% off. I could tell, and I was playing people on my Discord, I could tell my boy Quinn or Deontay to go ahead and take care of them niggas, and they'll go ahead, fight them, and pretty much what they can do. And I seen this. There's a character named Barrage. His OP, his OD, which is their ults, is actually on point. This nigga turns into a fireball, right? And he actually self-destructs himself into the enemies. Basically a one-shot if there's no decent support on that team. So you could do that, get a team wipe, destroy their cube. Now these niggas gotta go ahead and rebuild their cube. But while they're rebuilding, you can still have 2 people on the payload pushing to get that win. There's that mode, there's the orb mode, and there's also this one with the hammer. Now the hammer mode takes a little technique. I ain't gonna cap to you. Whoever gets the hammer has to do the damage with the hammer. Otherwise, the hammer will not charge up fast enough. If you let the wrong person get that hammer, bro, you're gonna suffer. You're gonna suffer. Team comps in this game is very important as well. If you try to go out with a whole team of DPS, shout out to the niggas I was watching, by the way, you're gonna lose the game because there's no support, there's no tanks. You're basically gonna lose. You could be up 90, and the other team got like a 5 score, and they could actually come back, and they could come back and win. Put it that way.
So pretty much there's you get, like you said, you get into the game, there's like a whole bunch of mini games, and then towards the end it's like the actual PvP.
I don't even want to call them
part.
mini games.
Modes or rounds. And then you get to the PvP part. And I saw some footage. We had it playing right before this of people, actually fighting each other. Like I said, I just got no interest in the killing, hordes of dinosaurs part of the game. But I have heard several people.
That gameplay looks shallow as hell, bro.
I've heard mixed reviews though. Some people said it's really fun to them, but everybody who said it's really fun, they also said they don't know if it's something that they'll find fun, long term. But
the issue that this game will come down to the community. If there's nobody playing it, then of course it's gonna fall off. Hopefully with the Game Pass niggas
too.
Damn, is it?
It's not.
No, it's 60.
It's 60.
It's 60 on Best Buy right now.
Yeah,
I
don't
could've swore
do
I saw
that.
it for
Don't do
70
that.
on my,
It's
on my
60.
PS5 yesterday.
I think it's Capcom, right? Capcom's still doing 60.
Yeah, it's
Maybe it's like
60.
deluxe or something. I saw. My bad.
It's 60. It's launching in Game Pass. I'll probably buy it on Steam myself, just because I like it.
Yeah.
What
I'll
else?
buy it on
You can actually control the dinosaurs too. So if you're getting your shit pushed in, pause. The AI, which is inside your head the whole time, telling you basically like the enemy team is ahead of you, or you're performing worse than the enemy team. He'll actually look out for you sometimes if you're doing horrible, and you can spawn in a dinosaur and actually control it and kill other people.
There are a few things I do like about what this game. I like the aesthetic of this game. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Vanquish almost. So I like the aesthetic that it doesn't really look like, you're the style, the art style, and the aesthetic that a lot of these other games are copying. So I like that, and the combat moves seem to be kind of cool, but it's the dinosaurs, just the shooting hordes of dinosaurs part.
The tech
that I
behind it
can't
is
get
really
with.
good too. Like if you can fit like hundreds of dinosaurs on the screen and nothing really slows down, it just keeps going smoothly.
Yeah, it doesn't
Game
affect the
seems like a
performance.
waste of time. Make a Dino Crisis instead of trying to monetize everything with some multiplayer games. And
You want a remake, Bond?
No, I'd rather have a new game. But at this point, Dino Crisis hasn't been made in so long, they might as well reboot the whole fucking thing.
No. I mean, I'll get this game day one for it. I think it's pretty decent. And I do like the fact that a lot of the dinosaur enemies are actually more varied because the velociraptors are kind of like just horror control of how many more of them, but then they got some that does like poison that'll spit at you. They got ones even that's kind of like stealth or they kind of
The
keep
stealth
themselves
purple
hidden.
ones. Oh my god.
Yeah,
bro.
those ones. And they got the what's it called? The
Velociraptor?
pterodactyls that
Yeah,
no, the
pterodactyls.
pterodactyls. Yeah,
They got
they
the little
kind of
ball
come in like
dinosaurs that
hordes, like
charge at you.
yeah, they come in like you guys remember if you played a Kingdom Hearts 3, like how the hordes of Heartless were like merged together into one and moved like all around in the air. That's how the pterodactyls in this game work. So and there's even one dinosaur that kind of like self-destructs in a way and kind of does recoil damage once it actually explodes. So I think it's very cool. I do like the fact that you can change your character's classes whenever you want during the match as well. Like you can just like change your suit and then you'll become a supporter or whatever you need them to be. So I think it's actually pretty cool, and I'll get it.
Yeah,
I like it because it's fresh, you know.
I have heard the problem is, like you said, the team composition is important. And there are meatheads and frag heads out there, that only want to play whatever the assault class is for stuff.
Yeah, if you go DPS, like all DPS is not gonna work for you. When it comes to that PvP part, you're gonna get washed.
Is that a problem, BG?
Team composition and people only wanted to play one class.
I mean, in these same games, you should be able to play how you want to play.
It's funny, BG would be the assault class if that was the option, though.
Actually, no, I'm good. I like playing almost any class really in games. Like I have when I play Battlefield, I actually play medic a lot. The only class I kind of don't play is like whatever the mechanic class usually equates to in games. I'm versatile. I'm versatile, Jack. Unlike,
Did you ridicule me for being a medic? Did you ridicule me for being a? All right.
No. You go too far with the medic. You think you like that nigga from Hacksaw Ridge damn near. You think that's your only job.
I keep my team alive. I don't know what else I want to do.
But is your only job as a medic is to keep people alive?
Yeah, I keep y'all in the fight, man. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My apologies.
Hey Jack, you would make a good witch doctor in that game, yo.
Hey man, I just try to listen. I get ridiculed for doing when motherfuckers be having superstar numbers, they wonder why. But I'm gonna let y'all die next time.
Hold on, I'm confused. Did BG just said your only job your primary job as a medic is to make sure people are alive? You're not even supposed to fight. Fighting is your last job.
No, I disagree with that.
Fighting. If the medic has to fight, you failed.
No, you need to bust your gun if you a medic too. I don't care.
You know what's crazy? But I still got a higher KD with more kills and less deaths and 10 days more playtime than BG.
And nobody thinks you're better than me.
Can you revive people in the back of the map or in the trenches?
Hold on, I can't hear Alex.
I said, do you revive people in the back of the map with the spawn or in the trenches?
In the trenches.
Yeah, so you getting kills with them, nigga. You gotta pop, pick them up.
No, like go watch any of my Battlefield 3 and 4 videos. That's
Were
how
you
you
talking
play.
sassy?
That's
That's
how you.
why I'm not.
That's
why I'm
how
not
you.
playing in
That's
the
how
last
you
one.
play medic.
Let me guess.
Hold on. That's how you play medic and get to the top of the scoreboard above BG and Hard 8.
I'm
I do that
clapping
all- I do that all
everybody
the
and
time.
reviving my teammates and healing them. I'm doing
You was
everything.
the type, Bond. Was you the type to put the med box out and just let people run through it and get healed up for points?
No,
Okay.
your whole point as a
I'm just making
medic is
sure.
to make sure everybody is fully healed and fight.
Oh yeah, I'm just making
Your
sure.
second job is to fight. Your
Okay.
first job is to make sure everybody else can fight optimally.
Real niggas on they part-time job revive y'all. We getting kills. You dig? If you near me, you'll get revived. How about that? Yes, sir.
And that's the problem with why teams lose.
This
Because
is
one medic can literally keep 4 to 5 people fighting.
this is trauma from a certain event that happened with Bond, and we know what it
Oh
is.
God, I remember. This is the beginning. This was pre-weapon wheel days. Oh God. BG, you can tell this story.
I'm not telling any story involving such things. So somebody could say I'm talking about them. So somebody could say I'm talking about them. Absolutely not.
Oh yeah, you talking about it picks them up, right? It picks them up versus it heals them.
I think you have to do something about a tank.
You talking
I think you gotta do something about the what's that shit called? The little chest compressor thingies.
No, when he went pick up Hard 8, is that what it was?
Yeah, them things.
No,
it said he wanted the health patches.
Listen, bro,
back long ago, I'd have to rewatch it to see exactly what it was about.
I remember who was involved. I just don't remember what exactly.
Come on, BG, give us a we gotta do something. We gotta name your Bond tails. We're gonna name them beater tails. Give us one of your beater tails.
Excuse me.
I mean, the video is still up on my channel.
I am not telling no story regarding or involving certain individuals, sir. I'm not doing it.
What about fitted hat tails?
No, shut up.
Oh my god.
No comment, man. It's crazy.
What you can tell us about, Alex? You played Switchback VR, right?
I did. Pause. Did you play it?
I did.
Okay. How far did you get? How many levels?
2 levels in. So here's the thing. My I guess inexperience with VR games. That's why it's like hard for me to really review them or tell people my opinions on them, because I don't have anything to like reference it against, right? Because I'm playing Switchback VR, right? And I can tell, like, I'm enjoying it, but I can tell this isn't as up to par with the other PSVR 2 games that I've played, right? But because of my inexperience with VR, I can't necessarily describe it or exactly put my finger on why is this not up to par. So that's why I kind of been, deferring to the other experts and listening to their opinion on describing what the problem is.
What about your experience makes you feel like, I feel like that could be better? Like it has to be something that's not clicking for you. Is it the guns? Is it the scenery, the enemies? What is it?
I think it's the scenery, and I like that it's, like I said, I've been enjoying the kind of on rails, more simple VR games more than like the ones that require you to do stuff. But I don't know. It's just I think it's the scenery, and also like the visuals are definitely not matching, because you see all these other VR games and the improvements to the visuals and the clarity and the frame rate over like when you see the comparison videos between PSVR 1 and 2, and this one just looks like a VR 1 game still, kind of.
Yeah. I was gonna say it. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and like when I'm shooting these monsters, I feel like the accuracy isn't as good as the other games either. Like when I played Pistol Whip, exactly where I'm aiming, that's where my bullets are going. This one, I'm always like a little bit off. So it's always like the third shot that lands where I'm aiming.
Now, most games like Pistol Whip and Switchback, they do have some magnetization for each bullet. I even tested it today. I was literally shooting with my eye. I closed one eye in the headset and tried to aim through the thing. And then I moved away, moved the hand left and right, and I saw the bullets curve to the target. But they do that to help so that you have more fun. Otherwise, you'd be like, nigga, I can't shoot nothing, One thing I will say about this game, it definitely feels like this could have been for the PSVR 1 and they told them to wait. Because the first on rails they had, it was Blood Rush or whatever. It had like a carnival feel. The story was more in line with the Until Dawn. It still had like the same enemies or whatever, like the Wendigo or whatever. And the nigga with the mask from the Until Dawn. You remember that, Jack? The dude with the that little weird mask with the hair. So it was reminiscent of that. I'm gonna be honest, I've been playing I don't know if they have a game coming up. I don't know what's going on with the story, nigga. I don't know the characters. I just know I'm in a subway one end. It's some random girl with a pixie cut killing people. She a demon. I don't know what's going on. But the positives for this game, the scenery is way better than the first game. Like different locations, creepier visuals, more variety in the enemy type, stuff like that. For some reason, this game is like making everything is blurry. Like the menu is blurry. Options are blurry. It's literally only not blurry when you're on the roller coaster. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what I expected. If you didn't play Blood or Rush, of course, it's your first time into it. But this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted another on rails where I can shoot the target, shoot the enemies and stuff like that, because it's just fun to kind of be in that world. You slick on some of those coasters, your stomach will drop because you're literally in a seat, and you're like oh okay, and you going in the sense of acceleration is really good in that game.
Yeah, that.
And because a lot of PSVR games, if you go to the PSVR 1, they got $2, $3 roller coaster games or whatever. And I used to buy all the games just to try them out, just to see what they're doing. Trash, nigga. I feel like I'm on a PowerPoint slideshow with cutouts like the Forza. What was that racing game where they just had cutouts of cardboard people? That's what it looked like. This is the best that you're going to get in coaster game centric type stuff on VR until another one come out. So if you want to just kind of, if you're not really want to get into the Horizon Zero Dawns, the Pavlovs, the what was that? Not All Falls Down, but that other game After the Fall or whatever. Yeah. This is a good entry game. Not only is it kind of creepy, I got a few jump scares when I was live streaming it.
Yeah, I was caught with a jump scare, which I was really surprised by.
It was a couple of, I was sounding like Bond and stuff.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro, it's a fun game. It's a fun game.
Screaming?
The only thing I'm worried about, I played one level and then it said I was 20% done with the game. I was like, well, god dang, okay. So I played about 2 or 3 since then, but hopefully it's not super short. The first game
How much the game cost?
Ooh, wasn't it like 30?
40?
Yeah,
30,
30, 40. And like I said, go ahead.
So let me holler at you. Have you ever played the Dark Pictures game? Like
no.
Any of the
Supermassive.
Oh, so that's why you're.
Oh wait. What are the Dark Picture games?
It's Supermassive's anthology.
Yeah, like
which ones are
Man of Medan, Little Hope, House of Ashes, The Devil in Me. Those 4.
Oh no. I only played Until Dawn.
That's why you're confused. All right, so that game actually takes levels from those series and makes them basically a VR roller coaster experience.
Yeah. But it was kind of in line with that. It was like from the world of Until Dawn. I didn't play none of the Dark Pictures. I didn't play none of that, nigga.
Yeah, that's what they did with this one too, with Switchback. So that's why you're a little confused.
Yeah. But then again, I don't care for a story in a roller coaster VR shooting gallery. You feel me? The one thing I will say, BJ, you tell me. It's hard to know when these niggas pop up on the side of your coaster. Like, I'll just be chilling, and then it's like a nigga on my left. I had no idea. Yeah. Maybe because I'm in Discord chat. I'm like, what the?
No. It's
like you do not see them. You don't see them at all.
And I was kind of glad I wasn't seeing them, because that really did make the experience a little bit more unnerving. Like, you have to turn, like, because like your peripheral, they're on the sides of your peripheral, so they could literally be on your side. And you just turn around and this nigga like eyeballing you.
I don't want to play nothing like that. That ain't like
Nah, Jack, it's fun, bro.
It's crazy.
It's not boo on yourself playing that.
No, it's not like it's not like Resident Evil or Outlast where you can't fight. You literally have guns, so it's one of those like bah, bah, bah. Like your first reaction is to shoot and kill. It ain't like, oh man, I can't play this. I can't play. It's nothing too crazy. But yeah, it's a cool game.
Whatchamacallit, Supermassive, they put out a tweet kind of apologizing for the state of the game, said, it wasn't up to par and they're working on improving it. And by the way, a lot of people, when I said that Quantic Dreams were better at making these, whatever you want, these interactive video games, a lot of people, said I was crazy. But that last game Supermassive released was kind of trash. What was it called?
The Quarry? Was that? No, that wasn't.
Oh yeah, the Quarry was very mid. And
yeah, that game.
It's mid.
And I'm gonna be real. I thought Until Dawn was mid.
Oh, Supermassive.
You bugging.
The Quarry was trash. The Quarry was trash.
And now they seem to be slipping up. Now they seem to be slipping up with this VR game. Now I'm just saying, Quantic Dream was better at what they did.
I think that entire genre of games is just lame. Light drizzle. What was the other game called?
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Hoes. Like all them games are lame.
Hey, BG, I'm gonna say this, bro. I wish Pistol Whip had a multiplayer. You know how fun that would be to be like co-op shooting stuff in a. Ah, man.
I mean, BG wouldn't be playing it with you, so why would it matter?
You're a hater. That game, what is it made by? First Contact Entertainment? Aren't they making like a multiplayer game that's coming out? Isn't that a multiplayer?
I need to see.
I think
To this day, bro. To this day, since PSVR 2 came out, I'm putting the most time in Pistol Whip and Pavlov. Those two games are keeping me satisfied right now. But yep. Shout out to Switchback. Cool little roller coaster game. I say try it out if you got the VR.
Firewall Ultra. Isn't that supposed to be multiplayer online?
That's what I'm waiting. And I'm still waiting to hear about. Now Tyrek or somebody linked me in the Weapon Wheel Discord about there being a peripheral for the guns or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see how that's gonna look, bro. I'm waiting to see how that's gonna look.
That's that first-person shooter game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the make or break game for the VR, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I guess they're gonna go the Pavlov route. They'd have to just go the Pavlov route and have you manually reload the gun and pull it from your hip and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I mean, they had an option before to use the light guns, but everyone used the PSVR aim controller for Firewall. That and Farpoint. That was the optimal way to play it.
Planning on porting Alex to the VR too?
Everybody's
I don't plan on going. Oh.
Oh God, this nigga! Yeah, I see what you did. Everybody's hoping.
I meant Half-Life. Y'all didn't realize it.
Yeah, everybody's hoping that they announce that soon because All right. What else was there?
Shout out to my gameplay, by the way.
Yes, very good gameplay.
Were you also about to talk about how people cry about you on Twitter for making fun of their games and ruining their fun, BG, despite you not playing them?
When was that? When was that? What are you talking about?
What? That's like all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about or referring to right now, Bond.
BG, Jay every day in the comments just reminded me the Walking Dead game dropped this week as well. That's another big game.
I'll be playing
Saints
that.
and Sinners was the first one. So yeah.
I think my Telltale game.
No, this is like a all immersive zombie survival game.
Bond mentioned it earlier, but the rumor is that Forspoken development costs $100 million to make. Don't know how that's
awesome.
That sounds outrageous. I don't know how that could be. That game doesn't look like it cost $100 million. Doesn't the gameplay don't perform like it costs $100? It seemed like a whole bunch of their, if that's true, a whole bunch of their money went into struggling to create this game. Like it was a struggle. They had a whole lot of money but no talent.
That's the actors, man.
Hey man, new great IP, man. That's it.
Yep, $70, dog shit.
And they closed down the studio
actors,
too,
bro.
Yeah,
but
that's where I went to.
You know what? Forspoken was a victim of racism.
Oh man. But
great game.
Love it to
Great
death.
game, love it to death.
Yes, sir. There you go.
But shout out to Bari. He's been dying on that Forspoken hill.
Oh my God, yeah, he has.
Him and Persona. Hey man, y'all holding it down. I give y'all credit. Y'all holding it down with their Forspoken defense and
it down, up, left, right. They holding it.
Yep.
And I listen. I can only salute y'all. Y'all standing strong. It can never be me. I think that game's trash, but I respect it. Okay. So yeah. What else do I got? Okay. Neil Druckmann. Few hours ago, pretty much. He tweeted the Abby, Last of Us 2 image where Abby's holding the hammer. And said that Last of Us Season 2 on the way. So, Abby is coming. All you Joel fanatics better get scared.
Oh, snap, Abigail.
Because it's coming. It's coming. Y'all better, get all y'all, this story sucks and I hate Abby and how Abby was wrong and get all of that ready because
Abby was 100% right.
What did Thanos say? Fear it, dread it, It all comes the same. Abby coming for that ass with that golf club. It's happening. Cope. I can't wait.
Hey man, if somebody killed your parent, what would you do? That's it.
I'm Team Abby all the way. Let me put up a poll. I put one up on Twitter. I'm gonna put one up in here. Are you Team Abby or Team Ellie?
See, here's the thing. You can't be Team Abby in Game 2 and Team Joel in Part 1. They're the same damn team.
Hey, man. That's yeah. I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're the same team.
Yeah.
You killed my loved one, my child, my father.
Yeah. But they're too emotionally attached to, you know, the character and not the morals. You know, because logically and morally, Abby is 100% right for what she did. But you know, people let you get away with stuff when they like you. You know, when they like you, they let you. They excuse all the madness you do. You know, you could go on a mass murdering spree.
Yeah.
You know,
all you gotta do is read the live chat on Weapon Wheel.
Are you speaking from personal experience, BJ?
No, people don't like me like that.
Nigga, kill yourself.
So I can't relate it. I can't relate at all, actually.
I'm so tired of BG acting like he's hated around here when he's the most beloved right now.
Thank you.
I am not.
I am not.
I just
we've been telling him this for the like.
With as much as you cap for
feels like
PlayStation,
BG's
there's no
either
way.
trolling or he's just on edibles every time he gets.
People
on the
don't like
you read
me.
the comment section of these podcasts, bro.
But see, y'all are getting it confused.
Where did BG find these fucking retarded castmates at? Where BG
People
still dead for
don't
these
like
guys?
me. I'm just making sense. Y'all are confusing the two. They don't like me. I'm just making sense. I just happen to be the voice of reason.
I don't like you because you're not making sense. That's what's crazy about everything.
You sound like girls that don't want to compliment, but they be like, "No, I'm not the pretty one. You're the pretty one." That's what you sound like right now.
Like, Jack, look at this one super chat. For someone who always is disparaging women, Bond act like the biggest one on the pod. He says bringing up old shit. My bad for bringing up facts, Jack. I mean, I thought that accountability was a thing among men. I could be wrong,
man.
though.
It's crazy.
I mean, I had that 12-year-old Jay Briscoe video where he's talking shit to his dad. His dad comes out, "You call my name, boy?" "No, big man. That wasn't me." It's like, yo, 12 years, they still don't learn. How is it possible, Jack?
This is supposed to be about Abby and Ellie, and y'all making it personal.
It's team
My
Abby.
bad.
How are people voting for Ellie? If you're okay, here's my issue of voting for Ellie.
Indoctrination.
If you're voting for Ellie, then you also have to vote that Joel was wrong. You can't say Joel was right and Abby was wrong. It's either Joel was wrong and Abby was right, or Joel was right and Abby was like. It just doesn't work.
Speak to him, Bond.
They're emotional creatures, bro. They're voting based on their feelings, feelings.
So Joel can get his revenge and everything, but Abby can't. Doesn't make sense.
I agree.
Make sense.
Joel can clap somebody in a garage, you know, when they weren't even really his ops, you know, just because he wanted to protect somebody he knew for. Like, people don't think about that. Like, this man knew this girl for like a year, and he just assumed like guardianship over somebody who like knew her since birth. Y'all don't think that nigga's crazy? Like, imagine like you like essentially looked over a child for like 12 years, and somebody else comes along. "Oh, I knew her for a year. I'm just gonna assume I'm her medical proxy now." I make the decisions.
Huh? You see how people depend on PlayStation, BG?
Hey, I don't. Yeah. I'm talking about Abby and Ellie, dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm just letting you know, brother. Hey, mental illness is rampant. I'm gonna say that. Okay.
This man assumed medical proxy, like just came along, like this is my shit.
He was in charge of her, man. He did the right. I mean, he did what he felt was right. That's it.
Man, that man is unhinged.
First of all, Marlene was one that fucked up. "Oh, Ellie's fine. They're just drawing her blood. Be patient. We'll recover. We'll send you up there." "Oh, no, we're going to take her brain out and chop her out. She has to die." Like, why would you tell him that?
Shouldn't have told him. Yeah. True.
Like, it's not even really Joel's fault. It's her fault for killing the whole world. For killing Joel. Like, she's the main villain.
Don't tell a mentally unstable person too much information.
Yeah. I mean, we do it every day on the podcast. You can't tell mentally unstable people.
Nah, it's Ellie's mom's fault for getting pregnant during a damn apocalypse.
I mean, what else you gonna do during the apocalypse besides get nuts off?
I mean, like, I mean,
tomorrow.
Grow a garden with some strawberries.
They was getting nothing, man.
You talking about episode 2, 3 real quick.
Hey, man. Well, they were doing both, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Freak ass niggas.
Oh God.
Go take a shower.
And you know what makes me upset about that episode is if we were to remove that episode, we would have had a lot more time to do actual other shit.
Yeah. I'm glad the show's over. Take a no more extra hour each night, and yeah. So
Hey, that extra hour was kind of clutch, man. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Hour between podcasts, man, that was pretty lit.
Yeah. So yeah, we got let me see. When y'all think we might get part 1 of season 2?
Dude, that after Game of Thrones, House of
2020,
Dragon 2,
2025.
2024, 2025.
I don't think it's coming out. They probably start filming it at the end of this year, maybe the beginning of next year.
Yeah.
I want to know who they're casting as Abby.
I hope it's the girl that I linked in Discord.
Repost it because there's a bunch of photos of fucking niggas in the chat as usual.
Oh man.
Oh, I see her. Nah, she's too pretty in the face to be Abby.
See, but
bro.
I have a theory about that though.
Let me see. Who you talking about, Jim? Ain't that the? Oh no. See, that's somebody else. No.
See, I have a theory about Abby though. I think partially people also didn't like her because she is ugly. She does look too butch. Like I think if you tone down the arms, you know what I'm saying? Like just still make your athletic build.
She's not feminine at all. But she had to be the way she was to survive in that world.
Just slightly tone down the arms. She's still muscular and athletic, and the face, something that people consider pretty. I'm not saying they should have done this. I'm saying I think people would have.
Abby's face model was very beautiful.
The person, but they changed the face still.
It wasn't just what she did to Joel that made her an unlikable character. That one dude didn't like her. That one dude liked her. She didn't like him. But the second he knocked up another bitch, then she becomes a homewrecker. She's just doing dumb shit like that. She's getting piped down on the boat and shit.
Well, she was with him before, but yeah.
Yeah, but then she didn't want him. But you know what they say? Back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot. You all on me.
Oh man, bars.
They do say that.
Yeah. She didn't give a fuck about that dude till he started a relationship with another girl and got her pregnant, about to have a kid. Now she want to have feelings again. She's a jealous, fucking hating ass hoe.
Wow.
And then fucking Dina's done it. Dina got Joel killed. They sitting up there carpet munching instead of doing their patrols.
Oh man.
Getting high. That's what got Joel killed. They're supposed to be.
What's that laugh,
patrol.
Why he said carpet munching?
not to mention Ellie's a fucking cuck raising another nigga's kid. Like that, like all the personal relationships in that whole fucking, and you know that Neil's gonna tweak all them shits for TV. It's gonna be a fucking mess.
Shout out to Neil. Great guy. Love him to death.
Mm-hmm.
No eating on the podcast, BG.
I'm not eating.
Oh.
Don't lie to me.
Swallowing his pride.
Oh.
Ugh, balls.
Y'all getting
All
zesty.
right.
It must be getting late. All right.
Oh yeah, we ain't gotta stay till 8 since we ain't got the show, right?
Nope.
5.
Just go directly into After Dark. Let me see what else I got. Oh yeah, Resident Evil reviews came out. It's sitting at 92 or 93 on Metacritic right now. Listen, people considered it one of the greatest games to ever come out like 15 years ago. Now, taking
18.
advantage of all the technology, still one of the greatest games to ever come out. Now it's just modern. No surprise.
Now you see, Bond, Jack, I used to make have these little debates with BG back in the day. He used to tell me all these old games were just nostalgia. But, the highest rated games these years is like Persona 3, Persona 4, Metroid Prime, Resident Evil 4.
Trails of Azure.
Yeah, Trails of Azure, soon to be Mega Man Battle Network Collection, soon to be Advance Wars. But that's all just nostalgia, right, BG?
Nostalgia the nostalgia is when people nostalgia is when people go back and play the original state of these games and act like there's nothing wrong with them now. That's the nostalgia.
I mean, Metroid and Advance Wars and these Personas are all pretty much the original game, BG.
Yeah, they're just facelifts.
A lot of them are not, though. The games I'm talking about, like when people be talking about, oh, there's nothing wrong with Metal Gear as it is now. I'm like, are you on crack? Show me your Colombian Connect because you got that pure. If you think there's nothing wrong with Metal Gear now.
Oh, I got multiple Colombian Connects.
That's what I'm talking about. If you think there's nothing wrong with these games and how they've aged and they're just perfect as is, that's the nostalgia I'm talking about. You're suffering from that disease called nostalgia.
I mean, Metal Gear already had a remake.
There seems to be an abundance of these games, though, BG.
So now the remake came too soon.
It did. That was before they were actually doing drastic changes in remakes
they
like they are now.
Back and
the PS1, the GameCube wasn't a drastic change.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
enough. Not enough.
Oh my god.
All right, BG.
Not enough. And yeah, I don't like I said, I don't. This whole narrative, some of y'all doing with the remakes. Like I said, I disagree vehemently.
BG cannot be on edibles anymore during the podcast.
I disagree with all of y'all. I disagree with all of y'all with that nonsense.
BG, honestly, if we make it to the Game of the Year awards and our nominees are Metroid Prime, Resident Evil 4, Persona 4,
they won't be
Advance Wars, and then like Tears of the Kingdom. And
they
Starfield,
won't be.
You don't think
they won't be? So why are you asking me that when it won't be? It's like y'all are trying to prove points.
Make a bet.
The only thing that might make it into the Game of the Year awards is Resident Evil 4. All that other stuff you talking about will not be nominated. So like I don't. That's why I'm like y'all are just sensationalizing everything and exaggerating everything to make a point. Like, oh, all these games, these are the main courses. No, they're not. To who? None of these games are going to get nominated.
So
Maybe
what's the
besides
main course
Resident
right
now. These other multiplats that are coming out that are also well rated.
Like
Wolong, Hogwarts, Hi-Fi Rush. These are what people are looking forward to remakes. Nobody's denying that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But people are also looking forward to these new games as well. So I just disagree with this shit y'all putting out that, oh, it's only remakes that are good and that's all people care about. No, I don't agree at all. I'm sorry.
Didn't you have a problem with people saying Hi-Fi Rush is their game of the year?
No.
You sure?
You don't like
if I did, I had a problem with them jumping out the window. Not with them liking the game.
How is that jumping out the window though?
It's jumping out the window.
How? If you say Hi-Fi Rush is the best game I played this year, is my current game of the year, I don't see how this jumping out the window.
Listen, you could think that either way. My point is my point. That y'all try to make it seem like we're not getting anything else besides, remakes and remasters, and that's the only thing good. I just don't agree with that. I think that's nonsense.
My only problem with the situation, and J-Main said something on Twitter about it. He was talking about the current meaning the present day, what's going on right now. And everybody's arguing, well, it's only March and Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. And it's like, bro, do you know what the word current means in present day? Like, I just don't understand. I made this equivalency, right? Imagine if I come here and be like, damn, bro, it sure is cold outside, bro. And everybody in the chat get mad at me and say, well, J-Man, why don't you check the forecast for next week? Motherfucker, what does that have to do with it being cold right now? I'm cold right now. I'm not talking about next week, the week after that, September. I'm not as hopeful as y'all. I'm sorry.
But the problem is this.
All that. I
get your point, Jack, but the sample size is too small. Like we had this original argument in February. It's 2 months into the year. That's like damn. I'm like, damn, yo, Jack, it's February and you ain't got no hoes yet. Like, damn, I didn't even give you a chance to get no hoes.
This is the problem though, BG. When I say like current gaming, I might mean, just like currently what I've been playing the past 3 or 4 months. I don't really separate, I understand separating it into years or whatnot. But if you ain't had a decent experience in months, I mean, it's okay to say, currently I'm not fucking with what's going on right now. But then people bring up a whole bunch of other shit we've not seen. Once again, we have not seen actual gameplay of Spider-Man 2. We haven't seen actual gameplay of Wolverine. And guess what? Besides them 2 games, we don't know what the fuck's coming out. So I don't know where y'all getting all y'all hopes and dreams and wishes from, but As far as I see it, if somebody says they're not satisfied right now with the current state of gaming right now, I'm not gonna bring up shit that ain't happened right now. That's it. That's it. Like, I don't understand these arguments, bro. I really don't.
And I'm not, this argument I'm making is not specific to PlayStation. I'm just talking about games in general. I think there's plenty. There's been a good first 3 months, and there's plenty coming in the next in the rest of the year. So I just think it's a bit dramatic. I think the reaction is a bit dramatic. That's all.
Hold on, you said plenty coming in the rest of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it pull up the calendar, BG? Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, sure.
So now it's cool to have everything at the end of the year.
No, we're not even at the middle of the year yet. We're literally like 3 months in. We still have the middle.
That's the point, but you said end of the year.
It says we just need to wait still. Yeah, like how they haven't had a major PlayStation showcase in over 18 months. I've been waiting for the past 18 months. How long? Let me ask y'all, right? Because this is what's funny. We used to clown Xbox guys and Nintendo guys. Wait for E3. Yep. That was a big joke back then, right? But now you telling me to wait over 18 months, and y'all, how long are we supposed to wait? So when does it become funny when y'all say it? Because when they said it was a laughing stock, right? When does it become funny when y'all say it? That's what.
And once again, I'm not talking about anything PlayStation specific. I'm talking about games in general. So that's a different argument you're making. I haven't said anything about that. Because I've been said I agree PlayStation needs to have a show, but I'm talking about games in general. Look, from everybody, I don't see like to act like this year has been some atrocity. That's what I think is like. So it's dramatic.
If you say so.
BG, I'll also say the difference between Metal Gear Solid 1 and Twin Dicks is way different and way more massive than Dead Space to Dead Space or Resident Evil to Resident Evil 4.
Oh, okay.
It says, I thought Sony always waits till summer for a big show. They didn't have a big show last summer, good brother. So what was it?
And none of the companies are going to E3 anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
They didn't have a big show last summer.
Well, I think when people say E3, they're referring to E3 time because nobody cares about E3 anymore as the show. They just know each.
Really?
No, they do. They definitely do.
Didn't I say no? Didn't I say E3 was relevant? How many?
You did.
And you were. See, Bond, you can't pull that. Bond, you can't pull that. No, Bond, you were saying E3 doesn't matter at the height of E3. And then when it finally happened, you act like you were right. You were wrong for like 8 years, and then you were finally right one time.
No, I wasn't. I've been saying that shit was trash, that shit was irrelevant. Then Geoff Keighley killed that shit.
It was...
Yo, look, hold up. The Game Awards had Black Baron. Did E3 ever have Black Baron? No.
Oh,
great question.
The end.
Some of the best.
I kept telling y'all that shit was dying. It was irrelevant. Nobody cares.
Some of the best and most popular E3s were 2016 and 17.
We're talking about E3. What was the main argument on E3? Y'all niggas were arguing about floor plans.
Gaming is the way it is though currently is because it's just so much apologist and people always say, oh, we shouldn't do. I don't know, bro. It's just y'all toxic in the wrong way, bro. Like y'all are. I can't put my.
You know what it is, Jack? I actually watched a video about this. I'm about to give you your flowers here. I had never heard of the term toxic positivity until you used it. And then I watched a video detailing it and how toxic positivity has had a negative impact on society as a whole, because toxic positivity just means nobody has any worth ethic or nobody has any way to improve, because no matter how shitty or how bad you are, it's deemed acceptable.
Exactly. It's no standards anymore, right?
Jack,
none.
If you do good, if you do bad, it don't matter because you still gonna get praised the same way as if you actually do good. So
Jack, let me ask you something. I know this may be hard to remember, but do you think you were happier as a gamer back in 2014 or now?
2014.
2014. Even though
I think that's insane.
2014 was a slow year in gaming, but we had games like Transistor. We had games like Velocity 2X.
Wait, Jack.
Wolfenstein came out. What's up?
Am I tripping? Because I was having this conversation with BG, but 2014 is looked at as one of the worst years in gaming ever, right?
No, it's not.
In recent memory, it is though, BG.
Okay, This is, and I argue with Blandrew back in the DMs. I'm asked the chat. Chat, I'm gonna name you some games that came out in 2014, and y'all let me know if Blandrew is not on the highest grade of Coke. Y'all let me know.
Before 2014 was
Before you
so
even
bad,
name
it was
this,
the year of the Wii U.
before you even name this, you have to be specific. You said, were you having fun with gaming in 2014?
Absolutely.
Well, let me.
Now?
Well,
Or
let
is
me.
the argument? Or is the argument was the year of 2014 better or worse than the current year? Those are two different.
No, I was
arguments.
asking Jack specifically what he enjoyed more. Him specifically.
I enjoyed 2014 way more than that.
And that's why I think like I that's why I think you got to realize, Jack, it's more of a personal thing because 24 that was the year of sparsity. It was like
it was some, yeah, I agree with that.
But there were really good games, but like it was still sparse at the same time. That's why I'm like, I don't know what Blandrew's talking about. It was sparse specifically for PlayStation. I should specify.
You know my problem with gaming today, BG? I feel like even when a game is like technically good today, it's still, you could just have like a ton of fucking gripes with it still. But like back then, if a game was good, it was just good. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't much you could complain about. Now, a good game that you could fuck with, bro, it's still riddled with bugs and issues and bullshit. It's like, bro, what is going on?
Because Jack likes
I'm looking at 2014 right now. We had Far Cry 4, New Order, Advanced Warfare, Stick of Truth, Dark Souls 2,
bangers,
Dragon Age Inquisition.
You know why I was
Isolation. We had Shadow of Mordor, Smash Brothers, the Master. Oh, I can't name the Master Chief.
But this is why I was telling Blandrew.
Watch Dogs, Diablo.
But this is why I was telling Blandrew. Blandrew's view of 2014 is skewed because he doesn't play none of these games. He's primarily a Nintendo gamer.
The reason people didn't like 2014 is the same reason people aren't liking the generation now. That was cross-gen. So a lot of them games was the PS4 had just came out. Yeah, the PS4 had just came out. So a lot of them games was cross-gen and people was complaining.
And like even Watch Dogs and Destiny, those weren't like beloved at launch. A lot of those games were hated and then eventually got to where they needed to be.
But a few because not even bad, a few games that missed the mark didn't make 2014 bad. Shadow of Mordor came out in 2014. That was a game where people, and Blandrew laughed at me when I said this. I don't understand why, because everybody says this. The Nemesis system, when it came out that year, people said that was the most innovative thing to come out of gaming in a long time. Everybody says that, and Blandrew laughed at me. I don't understand why. Probably because you never played Shadow of Mordor.
I'm good on that.
Yeah, I know. But Blandrew, as somebody who is who plays all these games, I think you should take my word for it sometimes. Because I played all these games that like I'm about to. I played Far Cry 4 because that was when people didn't hate Far Cry and weren't tired of it. So Far Cry 4 came out, Dark Souls 2, Wolfenstein: The New Order, that was great. Like
Far Cry 4 was definitely mid.
Alien Isolation, stuff like
Dark Souls 2 as well.
No, Dark Souls 2.
It's
Dark
not the
Souls 2 was one of the weaker games.
Yeah,
I still like it.
But it's still really good. Infamous Second Son. I know Jack don't like the Titanfall, Stick of Truth, Evil Within. These are great games. So I don't know where you got this sentiment that this was a horrible year in gaming. I don't know where that came from.
I remember people saying that was a slow year. I do remember that.
I remember back when.
I do remember people saying that, man.
But that also lends to my point that people always act like the most recent year is the worst year ever. When y'all just kind of say it every few years.
Not necessarily.
Y'all just kind of say that every few years in a generation.
If those games was only on the current generation, I'm telling you, the reason that people were saying that because them games was on PS3.
Okay.
People don't fuck with cross-gen games, man. I don't know why that's so hard to comprehend. People do not fuck with those.
Sony fans, PlayStation fans primarily, were the ones that coined the phrase, you buy... No, that was Nintendo fans.
Yeah, Nintendo
dudes. Who said you buy new systems for new games?
That's exactly. And we had shit like South Park Stick of Truth coming out. It was on PS3. It wasn't on PS4. It's like, bro, what the fuck?
I just think
this game not able to run on a PS4, bro?
I just think 2014 was a terrible year for PlayStation specifically. That was a terrible year for PlayStation specifically. But gaming overall, it was a great year for that.
You guys remember Bayonetta? Wasn't Bayonetta 2 nominated for Game of the Year in 2014?
Yeah,
it came out in 2014.
Like I said,
come on, bro. Like, come on.
Most people looked at 2014 as the year of the Wii U. Like, I'm not even trolling. Like, people thought that was the best. Like, that was the best console to have at that time.
I don't think there was any year where the Wii U was the best console, Blandrew. I mean, the best release on the Wii U was Please Understand. I apologize.
Look, all I'm saying is I remember that time.
apologize.
I remember the narratives that were going around in 2014.
I don't ever
People
remember
were
hearing that.
absolutely not happy with the current state of gaming.
Yeah, that's
I
facts.
don't
That's
remember
facts.
that, but you know.
I do, but the Wii U was part of that issue. Nintendo was pretty much a non-factor that whole generation. They launched with Zombie U. You had people like Baron saying that it was a certified banger. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, chat. Y'all let me know what y'all think about 2014 with all the games we named, because I don't.
I mean, of course, you know, hindsight is
man.
2020. I mean, if you look at it now, amazing, great. But at that time, people were definitely complaining about it being a very slow year in gaming. Absolutely.
My stance on this year still stands, though. I don't think anybody can say this year is good or bad until the year is over. You don't know what's going to be good, what's going to be bad, what's going to be pushed back, whatever.
And the other thing I have a problem with, like, saying remakes that are dropping are better than the new IPs. I have a problem with that because, like, when you look at what a remake is, it's dropping a remake in any year is like cherry picking the very best
game. Yeah, I mean, you're right. They're only going to remake the best of the best games,
and that's my problem with people. Yeah, and that's my problem with people acting like, because they cherry picked one of the, because let's take Resident Evil, exactly that. What they did was take a game that was already considered one of the best games ever made. That's their baseline. Like, that's the bottom for them. So they cherry pick that game and you drop it in 2023, but you make all the modern, improvements to it, and you had the insight of looking at the everything like the developers did and didn't do from that game, and now you can make all the improvements. You could pretty much make it's like literally taking a time machine into the future to make something better. That's essentially what it is. So of course it's going to be perfect. And so of course what I'm saying is, of course it's going to be perfect and better than, and quote unquote better than a lot of these new IPs. Yeah, because they had all this time to perfect it. If Hogwarts, for example, 20 years from now, if you take that game and you remake it 20 years from now, yeah, it's probably going to be one of the best games to come out that year too.
But the problem with that though, BG, no one's mad at these games getting high scores. Our point is, nothing that's coming out, whether it be new games or new IPs or sequels, nothing is even tickling these fucking scores. It's like, the whole point is, yeah, these games are great. They're always going to be great. It's like if they keep re-releasing fucking Michael Jackson music, it's always going to be timeless and great. But we want new artists to be great too. You know what I'm saying? We need current shit to be great too.
Are you talking about specifically from this year or like this generation?
I'm just talking about gaming it, bro. I did a stream the other day. I tweeted out the top 10 rated games or whatever. Bro, I went over the top 70 rated games this year. And like 50 out of 70 was old games, and the other 20 was games I've never even fucking heard of. That's not good. I'm sorry, it's just not good, bro.
I just don't think that's a fair comparison. I think if you did from this generation, that's more accurate. Because what you're comparing it to is from games that had from a generation that already had a chance to be finished.
I just feel like we not getting those. That's the problem. Like, and back in 05, we was getting, 95, 97 rated game quality all the time. Now we're not getting that. We're getting shit like the best games we get it'd be an 87 on Metacritic with Spider-Man, an 84 with Ghost of Tsushima. See, back then getting the game in the 90s was regular. It was a normal occurrence. Now getting a game in the lower 80s is what we're aiming for now.
That could just be because the standards are really high.
The ceiling for excellence has been lowered dramatically, and you know how I know that?
I don't know.
You know how I know that, Glenn Drew? Because a game that they just improved the graphics on, like Dead Space, it's getting those 8s and 9s now. That's crazy. The ceiling has been lowered dramatically.
Yeah, I feel like the standard is.
By those standards alone, Dead Space shouldn't have a Metacritic. The remake should not have a Metacritic that it has right now, because they didn't change shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah, there are less games getting like mid 90s or low 90s, but there are still a lot of games getting the high 80s. So I don't believe that there's this huge drop off. Those games are just getting high 80s now, which is honestly really good still.
No, it's not. Not when you're coming from back when we used to get games in the lower 90s. Dropping from a 93, 92 to a fucking 84, 85, that's not good. They're regressing as an industry overall.
No, BG says the developers are at the top of their game.
Maybe we are getting more cynical as gamers and reviewers, but even still, the industry should still improve. The NBA players today, they are more athletic, they're more skilled than players in the 70s and 80s. They got better, every sport. Why is it in gaming that we get... I don't understand why it's always accepted to get worse in gaming. This is fucking ridiculous. What's up, Blandrew?
Not only were you getting higher rated games, you were getting more frequent releases from these developers as well. In that time.
Like I said, I don't blame them for that. That's not
their fault.
That's not their fault.
You know
That's
what?
dev cycle. You can't do nothing about that.
I figured it out.
That's dev
Figured
cycle.
it out. Remember when BG said, man, if they want to cut the check and put the chip in my head, I'll say whatever the fuck they want.
Like, but this is the apology shit though, right? Even though it's not their fault we're getting less games now, whether that be the case, it's still the case. That's still the point. We're getting less games, we're paying more for worse games. How is gaming better? That's what I'm trying to figure out. If you can make it make sense to me, I'll fall back. Ain't nobody made a valid point toward gaming being better. Games look better. They might run better. Games are not fucking better. The content was better. The storylines were better. The character. I saw a video the other day, and they were showing how like the old Naughty Dog and the old Ratchet and Clank devs. Back when games were made by gamers. Now games are made by corporations. You don't see that passion that you used to see. It's just not there. It'll never come back. It is what it is. The only time games are made by gamers now is in the indie realm. You don't get that from big third-party developers. That's why games are formulaic, they're generic, and it's the same shit over and over, cookie cutter bullshit.
Let me ask you something though. Don't you think the fact that you're saying there are less games that are coming out at like 90 Metacritic?
It's less and worse games. It's both. It's less and worse games.
But doesn't that tie into the fact that we're just getting less games overall because games take more time? Like that's part of why you saw more 90 rated games, because they were just able to release more games. You can't do that now.
But like I said, no matter why the reason is, the reason still persists.
The result.
That's what I'm saying.
I always say, BG.
So we can all agree we're getting worse rated games at a lower pace and we're paying more for them. If you can explain to me how that's better for me as a consumer, I'll fall back, but I don't think you can.
Like I said, I disagree, good sir. I'm not going back. I wouldn't go back.
BG, you're picking up Resident Evil 4 in advance.
What does that have to do with anything, Blunt? Okay, I'm also picking up Redfall, Jedi Survivor, Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy 16. What's your point? So stop. This is what I'm saying. Stop using the fact that I'm picking up remakes to justify, it was better back then. Because I guarantee you, I buy way more brand new IPs than I buy remakes. So I don't know what your point is. I'm trying to figure it out, Brandon.
PlayStation on PC.
I can read off any year. I can read off any year. This generation, last generation, I guarantee you, I bought and beat way more new IPs than remakes.
Hold on. What is the comment?
That's not the point. My main point is all the best games right now are old games.
Look, let me read a comment. This is, and even with time, people get dumber and our viewers get worse. This nigga Khalid said Crash Bandicoot storytelling is better than The Last of Us. Red Dead Redemption 2, man is lying. Khalid,
man.
I hope you die before you enter your next comment, nigga. I hope you stop breathing right now, nigga. I hope you die before you read this. If you recreate life on this earth, nigga, I might have to kill myself, nigga. I might have to hire a hitman to come. Like, what the fuck? Yo, are you fucking retarded, my nigga? How are y'all getting dumber? That's why gaming is the... Bro, it lines up. Y'all done got dumber, and games that got worse. It lines up. This is why we get shit like Forspoken, because niggas in the comment section don't have basic comprehension. I hate all you niggas. And I'm done.
Plus, most people only like the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games anyway, so I don't know what point he's trying to make with that.
Bro, it's no direct correlation. See, niggas is stupid. Oh, so I guess Pac-Man had a better story than God of War. Like, you a fucking idiot, bro. Damn, I can't stand
a
you
lot of
niggas, man.
And a lot of those JRPGs did have better storylines than what's currently.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro.
Yep, SMT4 got better story than SMT5.
Oh my God! Fuck yes! Who said that?
I did.
Oh,
marry that nigga now?
Somebody promote this nigga to God of the chat right now. I was saying that from day one. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is trash.
And that's another. They
Thank
were
you.
pumping those Shin Megami Tensei games out on PS2 like nothing, and they were all like classics. But now it's just taking them forever for an okay game.
I'm gonna start reading
Yep,
the comment section, man.
And Soul Hackers 2 is worse than the first Soul Hackers game.
We need Jack to go check his blood pressure though.
I'm good, bro. I just don't understand the logic. It's always, it's never on the, like, I just don't understand the apologists, bro. I really don't, bro. And that's with everything. Anytime somebody got a problem that they express it online, it's always people attacking. Well, what did you do wrong? Why don't you know how to do it? Instead of helping them, trying to figure out what happened, it's always immediately attacking. It's always user error. Like, I just don't get. So anytime a game is bad, it's always you. Or you must be bad at the game. Or you must be. All right, bro. Y'all got it, bro.
They want to know.
Y'all win.
Not only that, but look at like where a lot of these developers, especially developers that flourished in the 7th generation, where they are now, from Rocksteady to delaying a whole Suicide Squad game. Everybody's disappointed.
It took them 8 years to bring up, bro. They've been working on the game 8 years, and that's what we got.
Yeah,
and you want me to be okay with that? You want me to be? And I had to delay it because it looks like ass.
See, I don't. I hate that argument though,
bro. Their last game, Arkham Knight, came out.
I'm not talking about them specifically.
Arkham Knight looks better than their current game that they've been working on for the past decade.
No, that's not what I'm talking about specifically. I'm talking about Blandrew talking about, bro. You can't. If you go back to the 7th gen, there were a lot of studios shut down. A lot.
I understand that, but it was mainly because their games weren't selling,
or they just made bad games.
Like again, BG, you really have to just take a step back and look at where the developers were at that time versus where they're. Look, when I was in school, when Halo 3 and Halo Reach came out, bro, it was a ghost town. Nobody showed up. But now Halo is just like, whatever. Gears of War was a big deal back then. Yeah. Sony was releasing all types of games, from multiplayer, your shooters, your platformers. They had a terrible fighting game, but they had shooters that you guys like, racing games, all types of stuff.
It's a cycle. There are publishers and studios that were better in the 7th gen, and there are publishers and studios that are better now. Some got worse, some got better. 10 years ago, you could not say a bad thing about Ubisoft. You couldn't. Now look at them. Everybody hates them. Garbage.
When was
and 10 years ago, Capcom, they were like, yo, what the hell is Capcom doing? Okay, now look at us.
Okay. But look, I got this question, right? Look at Rockstar. Rockstar is probably the most profitable they've ever been.
Yep.
And they've also came out with 98% less games than they ever have. PS2 gen, they was coming out with a brand new game, multiple games every year. Now they haven't came out with a new game in 15 fucking years. But I'm sorry, I'm just supposed to accept it and go buy a shark card. I apologize.
What's the alternative?
I apologize.
What's the alternative to them making quicker games?
There is none.
Just deal with mediocrity and bullshit. I guess. Let me go to the fucking Dr. Dre yacht party on fucking GTA 5.
Jack, let me ask you this, right? Would you be okay if developers took the Nintendo route? They didn't spend all this money on games, but they were still releasing games, like great games, at a frequent pace?
I just want good games, bro. It ain't even got to be at a frequent. I just want good games, bro.
What you need to ask is, are you okay with developers taking 3 years to develop a game instead of longer? Are you gonna like that game that took 3 years to develop? That's the question.
I just want quality game. If it take longer, it take longer. I just want a quality.
And that's the thing. Games
are taking longer, and they're not better for it. You mean to tell me Suicide Squad took 8 years to make, and it looks like that? Come on, bro. That's all I got to ask you. That's all I got to ask you.
They're about to delay the game again.
Here's where BG is right. Make game developers crunch again.
Whatever it take, man. Whatever it take, bro. For real, bro. This is crazy, bro.
I know Blandrew might be okay with a game, with the result of a game that takes 3 years. I guarantee you the rest of these niggas ain't. They are not going to like that. Not going to like that product. I assure you they're not going to like it.
Not for these AA games, no.
And if we being real, I love God of War to death. It's one of my favorite series. But we had to wait, 5 years for God of War Ragnarok? It wasn't that much different from 2018.
Nope.
It's literally, I'm sorry, it's literally the same shit.
It was an amazing game nonetheless.
It's great. It's great. But why did that take 5 years? Why?
Because I think that game should have took 5 years.
That's just the beast. That's just the beast of game development now, though.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you dad.
Bro,
If
God
y'all-
no, man, I just don't buy that, bro. I just don't, man.
If
I
y'all
don't,
want,
man. I'm
if
sorry,
y'all
bro.
want all these bells and whistles and games and all that shit,
don't
yeah,
want
it's
all
gonna
these
take that
bells
long
and
now.
whistles. Like we said, we were just arguing against the PS5 Pro. We don't want all these.
That one half a decade worth of work, man. I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry, bro.
All right,
Then
man.
2 weapons ain't a.
Well, what I'm saying. Oh, you got a spear now. Now, yeah, 5 years of development. Thanks, bro.
And on top of that, finding a smaller version of a different combat with ranged that didn't need to take.
Bro, that
All
wasn't,
right,
man. I didn't feel that wait time, bro. That wasn't it, man. It really
All right,
wasn't.
man.
And you know what? To be fair, it was supposed to come out like 2.5 years before it actually came out, so it got a couple of delays. So yeah, you know what? It wasn't 5 years worth. It was supposed to come out like in 2017, 2018. So yeah, maybe it wasn't. It wasn't all that. Yeah, okay, cool.
All right,
The
man,
nigga broke his hip, then they delayed it. So yeah, whatever, bro.
Hey, man.
Then I think he had back knee 1 year, so they had to switch it, delay it again. It was all types of reasons.
Do
why.
I agree?
Anybody that got mad at what I said, it was supposed to come out like 2.5, 3 years before. So yeah, maybe I'm right. Crazy, right?
Now, do I agree that we need more developers in the middle who create AA games? Absolutely. But do I think these AAA game developers need to start taking 3 years instead of like 5? No, not at all. I'm not exchanging that.
BG. Let me ask you a question. Do you think AAA developers need to start making good games?
Yeah, but I think they are.
You haven't asked them to
Generally,
do that. You haven't asked them to do that yet.
but I think they are though. That's where we disagree, I guess. I think they generally are.
Where's your copy for Forspoken, good brother?
Yeah, bro. Square makes bad games and they make good games. It's both.
I think Square got more bad games than they got good games.
Where's your Exoprimal playtime at, BG?
Bro, Capcom makes good games and they make bad games. It's always been that way.
Where's your Destiny Lightfall playtime at, BG?
Hey Jack, a dude in the chat said you need.
Bro, I don't see what point you're making though, Jack, because it's not like you're making the point that these games are bad. These games aren't for me.
Okay.
Like cool. I'm not playing Destiny because I don't find Destiny fun, but like there's a lot of people do because Destiny is extremely popular.
So why do you come here on a weekly basis and complain that there's no multiplayer games to play? I don't get it. There's a ton of games out there.
That's different from the argument we were having though. That's not the
there's no good multiplayer games out right now to you, correct?
The laundromat's been closed for half a day.
Well, isn't that an issue, brother? I'd say that's an issue.
Yeah, but you're saying okay, but you were
in elementary school.
All I'm saying is you were making the case that these AAA game developers are not making good games. I disagree. I think they are, but as always, there's also a mix of bad games in there too. Like there's always been. There's no publisher. There's mostly no publisher that makes all good games. You name me a publisher, most of them, we can go back to any generation, and I've guaranteed you they released some garbage.
If you say so, bro.
I mean, am I wrong?
If you say so.
All right.
I'm gonna stop arguing anything, bro, because clearly the chat don't want to hear what I got to say. It's cool. That's it.
I'm just asking.
Time that man out, Jack.
Nah, block him, Jack.
No. Look, the chat don't want to hear what I got to say. I ain't got no opinion on nothing, bro. Go. Go.
I love Jack. Great guy.
Jack
love him to death. I need to get that on a t-shirt. Great guy. Love him to death.
People, you know what? Y'all happy with the games y'all playing, so I'm happy with the games y'all playing. Go ahead, go play them.
The people love you,
Jack.
Play them.
Go play them.
Yo, I just love not being the one that's mad because y'all used to get me up in here and I always gotta be the one that's mad. It's about time it's somebody else.
Go play all these games y'all capping for and apologizing for these broken ass, intrusive ass games. Go open up your asshole and play them, man. That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Go play Wild Hearts, the game that all people in the chat was like capping for.
So weird. Niggas always worried about my dick in the chat. Like y'all are so weird, bro. I say I don't like current game, and man, Jack, man, what's the status of your penis, brother? What's going on with your dick? Like, what? This is why I don't like y'all. I'm being so sincere to my. I don't like y'all.
You might as well tell us what's on the topic.
Don't like. If I ever met one of y'all and said, "Man, I watched the podcast," I might just haul off and slap the shit at you. Like, I got fans for that.
Don't do that.
I'm just gonna start strangling you in the middle of the street. Don't watch the fucking. I hate you. Don't watch my fucking podcast, bitch. I don't like you.
Oh shit! They got a Lego kart racer coming out.
Oh my god! Oh, they taking it back, huh?
Are you gonna play that BG? You like car racers?
Don't think.
But BG, you don't like Lego games.
Don't play. I don't think I'm playing a Lego.
That sounds hard. What you mean?
No, but BG, you can like build your own karts and like planes and shit. That shit looks fire.
I'm gonna build J Mega's Subaru. What do you have? What do you have? A El Camino? He was riding around.
Oh man. Okay.
Audi or something.
We need these super chats. Yeah, we need a mid-stream super chat break and an end of because you gotta have 2 super chat breaks.
Jack, get the super chats ready. The last thing, I know you don't like the people and you don't want to read what they gotta say, but just do it.
I'm gonna read them.
You got some fans, Jack, and the people love you. Great guy.
No,
love you to death.
See, this is the people that know, the people I fuck with in the comments, man. Y'all know everything good. It's just these stupid it's just new niggas, man. I don't like new people, bro. It's a reason for that. The new nigga list exists because of niggas like y'all in the chat.
No new friends. No new friends.
I forgot about the NNL. You bringing that back?
I need to, bro. Like, and if you feel offended by anything I'm saying, I'm talking to you. It is what it is. Memphis, Tennessee, 38119. Come see me, dog. That's it.
Yo, what's wrong with you, bro? Stop this.
Come see me, dog.
I like that zip code. Let's go.
Oh yeah. So last thing I had before Jack reads the super chats, the Alphabet Mafia, great community, love them to death. I gotta say that every time for a disclaimer. So clean shit up. The Alphabet community were pretty much trying to downplay the success of Hogwarts Legacy. Because you remember, their first effort was to boycott the game, to make sure the game didn't succeed. Failed terribly. Hogwarts is one of the most successful games, this year, even outpacing Elden Ring, last year's runaway success. So game's a massive success, right? So that failed, and now they were bringing up the Steam charts of the player base for Hogwarts. A 30-hour, guess what? A 30-hour single-player game doesn't have as many players as when it launched. Who the fuck would have knew? You don't say. So they were trying to use that as the metric for its success, that less players are playing a single-player 30-hour game now than when it first came out a month ago. Shocking. Nobody saw that coming. And they're trying to like use Elden Ring against it, when Hogwarts is outpacing Elden Ring. I'm just like, y'all, listen. I just hate I just hate certain communities when they have
Whoa!
I said certain communities. I said certain communities.
I know what you mean.
Okay, I dislike when certain communities, they have like such a grudge against something that they're willing to look stupid just to like in their minds convince themselves that it failed. Like, why are you willing to look stupid just to prove a point?
What are you talking about?
No, I'm always right. But yeah, like it's just like, really? Y'all want Hogwarts to fail so bad that you're willing to put yourself in some alternate parallel universe and live in that world where it failed? Because in this universe, it didn't fail. I'm sorry. Yes, people play single player games and then they stop playing them after they're beat. Shocking. That's how it works. That's how it's always worked. Yeah, there are exceptions like Hogwarts, which still has like an extremely high player count, but not even that, not as much as when it launched. But yeah, that's how it works with single player games. And then that led me to the other like sentiment that I see in gaming that I hate so much, when people be like, oh, this nobody's talking about this single player game anymore when it came out last year or 6 months ago. It's a single player game. What the hell do you want people to say about a single player game 6 months after it came out? Everybody said what they needed to say about it. A game is most popular, people talk about it the most, and people play it the most when it first comes out. That's with everything. Movies, and games, entertainment, whatever. Things are most talked about when they first come out. So what are y'all talking about? It's such a stupid thing to try to shit on a game for, especially single player games. If this was multiplayer, that would be different. But we're talking about single player games. Yes, most people, aside from people who go for platinums, most people are putting it down after you beat it. Not every game is meant to be this long-term, like 60-year marriage until death. It's meant to be transitory. You play it and you move on. There's nothing wrong with that. Everything don't gotta be forever and infinite. That's all I gotta say.
You good?
Yeah, I just think those people are idiots. So
Maverick activity. What can you expect?
you can read the super chat, Jack. Love that community though. Great people. Love them to death.
There you go. Let me refresh it one more time. Super chats. All right. Let me scroll down. All right, let me see. What the fuck? All right, I got it. All right, Roy says B Staples had them boys in a tizzy. If you know, you know. All right. Miles B93 says, question for Bond. Would you rather have a bald son or an overweight daughter?
I mean, I just put the daughter in the gym.
Okay.
Oh, the son can't grow hair. Well, he can get a transplant, but he can't grow it.
Yeah, you go over there to Turkey, man, get him a transplant, bro.
It's actually a good point. Because a lot of men get made fun of for things they can't control.
Yep.
Can't control baldness.
You cannot. Fear is the greatest motivator. He says, I'm going to Korea later this year too.
Wow.
Try out some. Oh my God, I can't even read that right now. He said, try out some lady boy bussy. I'll vlog and let y'all know how it goes. Okay.
Wild.
Y'all boys is wild. And Mook Gaming says, Bond, you already went to war this week about Lambos and women. Chill, man. Okay, he talking about some Twitter fuckery. S Blanks in 95 says, Bond's Euro step harder than Manu Ginobili. Simply incredible. Sofa Spy, he says, if the PS5 is selling for $499, how much will the Pro be then, and how much powerful would it be then? $699?
They'll drop the price of the. They'll drop the price, maybe, and
just like Nintendo, right?
Yeah, they have to.
Oh.
Shot Red 555 says BG must not know history. Remember Sega 32X, Saturn, Dreamcast, Wii U. Let me say it again. Prepare for a gaming crash. I know better to not get a PS5 day one.
That's not even relatively the same case, but proceed.
Woden's Throne says the PS5 doesn't even use RDNA 2. It uses RDNA 1.5. The Series X has full RDNA 2 support and variable RAID shading support. We need a PS5 Pro. Okay. PS5 Rewind says, where is my positivity, Jack? My bad, brother. I got you next week. Relax Paul Gaming RPG says, Jack Move is right to be upset about the PS5. Appreciate you, my guy. Westside Maverick, he says, it'd be dope if the current PS5 owners could just mail in their current console and pay for the upgrade. That's too much like right. You know they ain't finna do that. Mook Gaming said, PS4 had two noteworthy games, Bloodborne and The Order 1886. Horizon, in my opinion, was the first game that made you feel like, okay, it's time for a PS4, and the Pro was available at that time. PS5 has yet to deliver. Halamoko17 says, Kid Smooth is wrong. A game only built for the PS5 and the Xbox Series X will not be that much better in FPS or resolution. That's bullshit. I'll get a PS5 Pro. Forget Me Not says, let's be real here. There was no PS4 that couldn't run. Couldn't run. I guess he said there's no PS4 game that couldn't run on the PS3 until Horizon Zero Dawn. Same with the PS5 gen, except it's Final Fantasy 16. Let's see here. And Bandai HD said, Smooth has no room to talk. Series X is Series X S Pro. Hey, they coming at your head. Smooth shit's crazy. Gentleman says, I understand what Jack and Bond are saying, but I'm still getting a PS5 Pro. That's understandable. Halamoko17 said the console way. Get with the changes. Stop living in the past. This is the future. You don't have to buy the Pro X2. Future games being built on PS5 will still be optimized, but the Pro and the X2 will get higher FPS resolution. BG is right. Okay. Well, that's what they said about the PS5, and we're not saying that.
Yeah, I know, right?
WhereIStar94 said, I will donate $500 for Bond not to show up for a month. Please accept this. He dead ass serious too, Bond. I know, right?
So, will I still get my standard pay rate, BG? If I don't show up? Plus the 500?
Hold on, hold on. Is we busting down the 500?
Yeah, you have to split the 500, yeah, and we would on top of the regular, yeah.
So I'm only getting paid $100 not to show up. How does that help me?
Pretty much 120, like maybe 125. Yeah.
But you still getting your full pay not to be here.
If he changes it to 500 to me, I won't show up for a month. I still keep my regular pay. I'll do it.
Bond trying to finesse. Miles says, for someone who's always disparaging women, Bond act like the biggest one of the pod. He stay bringing up old shit.
See,
okay, we already read that one.
Yeah, we already read that one because he's an idiot. Because what these people really want to do is be able to say shit, not ever be held accountable.
Sheesh. Holomoko17 said, I want to hear Blandrew's take on Hi-Fi Rush, please.
Blandrew?
I want to hear that too. Yeah.
Yeah, because you like rhythm games, Blandrew.
Give me a sec.
Give him a sec. All right, cool. DJ Smith says, Joel and Ellie had plans together. Relax Paul Gaming RPG said, once again, Jack Move is telling the truth. This is why I usually go back to old games. The new stuff coming out ain't really it. We got Jazzy Jefferson. He said, shout out to the Sony meat handlers in the chat. Always ready to defend PlayStation. You ain't never lied, good brother. Let me refresh and make sure there ain't no more super chats, man.
Man, Jack, you must really be hating Jim Ryan's bitch ass.
He's a sucker. No message, but Lone Goat Gaming did leave a nice donation. Thank you, brother. We appreciate that, fam. And I think that's it.
Jim Ryan's a great guy. Love him to death. All right.
If you say so, bro.
Bro, they saying still giving the 500 budget PC, don't do it. They scam. And now we're not like Gamer Lives Matter.
Oh.
All right. Outro time. Great show. Yeah. Start off with Alex, who constantly changes his name.
Damn. Oh, can y'all hear me? I'm on my phone.
No, we can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Love you too, Bond. This is a great guy. Love me to death. Jack Move, guess what? My parents recommended me to go try Frisco Burger at Hardee's, so I guess I'll see what that's about.
Finally, brother. Good shit, brother.
All right.
Yeah, tune in to Good Gaming every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Let's go.
All right. Trey, appreciate you coming on talking about those topics.
Yo, no problem. Good podcast. Thanks for having me on. Give Exoprimal a try. Actually, you can't right now because the server just went down. But yeah, good podcast, man.
But what I was told, games work better this gen.
No, I mean like they took it down. Like the beta ended.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it ended.
Smooth.
Appreciate you guys. Check out the 2 videos I dropped today. Damn, BJ, I mean to ask you something about Wolong, but because I know you were coming at us for complaining about Lubu. I just wanted to just ask you one question. Like, how many times did it take you?
7.
7? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. You know he has a second. You know he has a second form, right? Like another boss fight.
Yeah.
That one's way easier though.
I didn't think so. I mean, the first, it took me longer to learn the first Lubu, and I think that's what made it hard. But the second Lubu, I learned it. I just couldn't beat him. I mean, I eventually did it. I just struggled in terms of combat. I knew how to parry what was coming and prepare for his moves. It's just that I don't know. I was just like a couple milliseconds too late. But it took me much longer on the regular Lubu. Like I was able to get through the second Lubu maybe, and this is gonna sound horrible, but maybe in 2 days.
Okay, well, glad you're making it through. I'm just glad you beating that game, Smooth. You know, you playing some current games. Shout out to you.
I tried.
I mean, they're on fucking Game Pass. You better play them shits.
Oh, you're right. Jazzy.
Yeah, peace out. I'm gonna go back to playing Bayonetta Origins, a game I know people in the conversation was hating on because they're PlayStation meat riders. So y'all have a good day.
Y'all gonna stop coming at y'all been coming at the comment section all podcast, all day.
They've been meat riding.
No, that's crazy. Can I do my outro real quick? My chicken terms are getting cold. I realize something, man. I do get a little triggered by the comment section, man. So for going forward, I'm not gonna respond to the comment section. If you want me to read something you got to say, you got to donate. And speaking on that, right? I know a lot of y'all don't like what I got to say, but guess what? It's literally nothing you can do about it. You're gonna watch every week. You're gonna donate every week. You're gonna keep coming back, and you're gonna keep joining the Patreon. If you don't like it, really come change it. Really come do something. Come kill me. Come do something. Come shoot me up. Come do something. You're not gonna. There's nothing you can do. In the words of LTG, you niggas are broken. Y'all can't afford to travel. So I'm not concerned about none of you bitch ass niggas in the chat. If you really want to change it, come do something. I'm putting the effort to come do something about it. You can't.
Hey, Jack.
Keep watching. Keep running your cocksuckers and keep donating, you bitch ass niggas.
Hey Jack, if you do die, can I have that pair of pants you got with the NBA teams on the legs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jack,
thank you.
Fit them shits.
If it makes you feel any better, Jack, I greatly appreciate you. You're my favorite member when I'm not on the podcast.
Thank you, brother. I love you, brother. Thank you, brother.
What he's saying is keep
Blandrew,
Jack
you
name
hear
out
what-
your mouth.
Blandrew, you hear what I've been saying about Nintendo and these Sony meat riders are getting offended about it.
Nintendo.
They're talking about games and stuff. Who has the most games? Who has the most critically acclaimed games? Who has the highest selling games? Who has the most multiplayer games? Who has the most new IPs? Of the three companies, one company dominates every one of those categories.
Oh yeah, and then that's the one they wanted to kill off to
And they
save
upset
Xbox
about
for
it.
whatever reason.
It's a damn shame.
I lost track. Who didn't do the outro?
I didn't do mine. Good episode, everybody. BG, you're wrong as always. Got the IO Nintendo podcast coming back next Thursday. We both have been busy with work. My short, just to make it quick about Hi-Fi Rush, while I'm not a big fan of it. One, I think the out of combat gameplay is very sloppy. The platforming doesn't feel good whatsoever. When you're getting to the next location, you're just running around slowly, just smashing boxes and doing platforming that doesn't feel good. It's a game kind of like Cuphead, where I feel like if they just cut off the fat and focused on making really good boss fights and making like a really good boss rush game with multiple genres, like a Gitaru Man, like a Jammer Lammy or something like that, I think it would have been a really good game. But for what it is, it's not a bad game. It's probably a game I will go back to finish at some later point this year. But I wasn't impressed by it. The best thing the game has going for it is its visuals. And again, I wish it had a soundtrack like a Parappa, like a Gitaru Man, like an Jammer Lammy, like a Loco Roco, where I can just memorize it, where it's just something that's so good that I identify it with the game, but it's just generic licensed music that doesn't really do much for me. But aesthetically, it looks really cool. It's actually kind of a game I wanted to make when I was coming up with ideas for a game, but it's not bad. It's something I can appreciate. It does remind me of a game from the PS2 era. And I would like to see more games like it. These fun little colorful AA games coming from Microsoft or any developer, really. But good episode.
Okay.
Great episode. Love y'all.
Yeah. Appreciate your thoughts, Blandrew.
I just want to give a shout out to all the community and watchers for doing your reverse dick riding and all your hypocrisy and contradictions. I'll continue to call y'all out every week. And for
there is no way you do this podcast with clothes on.
Yeah, I got clothes on, dog. It's fucking cold out. It's like 20 degrees. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, I got one question before I head out. Smooth, where do you be at? You used to be my favorite member for the longest time, but now it's just like you're in the shadows with, little ad-libs here and there, and then you disappear.
He's learning from the school of Jimmy.
No, I'm not trying to be that. No, my background, like for some reason, it's like the schedule that I'm on right now is just not good for my background. So most of the time I keep the mic mute, and then when I want to say something, I have to unmute it, say what I got to say, mute it again so that I don't know, because I don't know what's going to be said or happen in the background if I don't hit mute in my time. And then I got to keep myself, because most of the time I'm eating, and I don't want to be caught eating and talking at the same time, because Bond would highlight it. But lately, bro, like
gaming's been dry, right, Smooth? Nothing to talk about.
Oh man,
right, Smooth?
It's been a bit dry.
You want to know how I know gaming has been dry? Because we've been arguing more. Most of these podcasts lately have just been arguments, not actually talking about any fucking thing gaming.
I've been playing games. I just want to put it out there.
All right, well,
I got the most games.
That doesn't mean they're good games that people want to talk about.
I got the most games beat this year. Just want to say that.
So far, what number is that?
That's 8, baby.
8? I think I'm around about
VR games
or
don't
8.
count as games.
VR games don't count either. Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts. That's nuts.
VR games do not
You've been
count.
playing Mega Man for 30 years, bro. No, they count. They're games in that game.
VR games do not count, sir.
They absolutely count.
I didn't say Candy Crush. I'm playing entire games that I spent hard-earned money for.
Okay, well, BG spent hard-earned money on dog shit games. They don't count.
That's hate. Anyway, we about to get out of here, and yeah, we'll catch y'all next week. Hit that like button. Love these guys. Love them to death. We out.
Hit the fucking like button.
Jesus.
Jack will be pissed off if you hit the like button, so piss Jack off. He really doesn't like it when you hit the like button.
No. Right. Plenty of tried and plenty of failed. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. Bye. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know my bro King got me, see that's a black bond that can't be broken. No Idris Alba, I'm a black bond, aiming a scope and all black panel. You can never try playing us token. Yeah, we playing games, but now one of us playing or joking. Not at all. Oh wait, then Jack Move came in with the trophies, God in a lane of its own. Like how can you gamers approach me? Tell kids move to body you in Halo, then sing your family an angel emoji. You should've known, dog, you ain't got enough Series X's. Blind got all the answers, no, you ain't gotta ask Siri questions. All the latest gaming news gotta be here to check it. Since 2015 and beyond, I'm just here to respect it. When you at the top of your tier, it's a blessing. From the bottom, so no way we appear to be desperate. This for anybody doubting, I'm clearing a message. And if you ever had a problem, I'm here to correct. Plenty of fail. You can run and hide, but you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Name another squad that wanna test it, I'm beating them still. No, you can't dodge what's in my weapon well. Name another pot that's big or small, I'm contesting it still. Name another spot or any section, I'm king of the hill. Right. I know what it is, man. Weapon World Podcast, y'all know what we got in the building, man. We got BG. We got Kid Smooth, we got Jack Move, we got Black Bond, I mean. Blandrew, I mean, you can't out strafe us, bro. Like, the strafe too strong.